Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Fan Frenzy podcast. I'm your host, Chris Borgia, alongside co-host Ben Lotman, Jake Holzauer, and Gabe Layden. Today we got a big one for you. This is the fantasy football episode,
Woo!
Let's go.
fellas. We got a big
Ben
one
looking
today.
nice.
I know there's a lot of people who like fantasy football. Obviously, as you can see, Ben is our commissioner. He wanted to get real fancy. Where's your little name tag? No, we're not doing that.
Are we gonna have to boo you when you come out?
Huh?
Are we gonna have to boo you when you come out?
Yeah, you're gonna have a whole
fine.
entrance with like shades on, or are we just gonna have to wait and see?
I might mess with the lights a little bit. We'll see.
Oh, sneak peek to that then. Well, today's gonna be a little bit different. So we're gonna start off with our player of the weeks, and then we're gonna move into the actual draft, which we got some special guests coming, and I will introduce them very soon, very very soon, which will be a lot of fun. Who wants to go though for player of the week?
I could start us off today.
Let's go.
Yeah, all right.
So my player of the week, I usually go some other sport we don't talk about. This week I'm going basketball though. There's only one player it could have been. I've talked about him before on this podcast. I'll talk about him again on this podcast. He's a top 5 player of all time. He keeps solidifying that with every single thing he does. With all due respect, Ben, I got to be the best dressed podcast person in the room right now. I gotta throw it on. None other than Stephen Curry.
USA.
He solidified that gold for us.
Yes, sir.
There's
I'll tell
nothing
you
more
this,
you could say.
that last shot that he took, where KD and LeBron James were wide open, and he still shot it over 2 guys.
Are
I
you
agree with
serious?
what everybody's saying. He's the only person in the world that can be taking that shot, and we would like it.
Are you serious?
Exactly. I completely agree. And then I also have like a series of like screenshots on my phone of when KD was with the Warriors and they're like triple teaming Steph and KD is wide open. Like
Yeah.
it's just like it's happened over and over again where he's found himself in like ridiculous situations. He just like he says why not, pulls the shot and it always goes in because he's Stephen Curry.
Gabe,
Yeah.
are you serious?
What did I say? That could have been wrong.
You
there.
did you not see me take my headset off and walk away?
I did. I mean, where was Dame at? He's like sitting he's in the recording studio right now making another song we're never gonna hear.
He wasn't even out there fighting for USA.
No. You did not call Steph Curry a top 5 player of all time.
I have before. I will again.
I think that's solidified him. I'm
That
gonna be
is
honest.
No, it doesn't.
I've said this.
What do you mean?
The moment he won that championship in 2022, and to
Let
be
me
honest,
hear your
I
top
didn't-
5 right now.
I can do it off the top of my head. It's LeBron, Jordan in order. LeBron, Jordan, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Bill Russell, Stephen Curry, and then Tim Duncan's at. Wait,
You got
Russell,
Steph
yeah,
Curry
Stephen-
over Wilt?
well, it's not even top 10.
I would say
What?
over Larry Bird would be kind of crazy, but I mean, hey.
Eh,
You got him over Kobe?
I mean, I didn't. Kobe's great and all, but
I don't
There's
think
a
we
lot
should
of
get
things
into
to
this
say.
debate right now when we're going to do something really great in this episode. But Gabe, I completely agree
Yeah.
with you. All props
You
to Curry.
agree?
USA, let's go.
What do you mean you agree?
Yeah, because he knows. Listen,
I have Curry
Before-
at 11.
before we move on real quick, I'm just gonna say this. Even before he won that 2022 championship, when he took the worst offense in NBA history and made them the 6th seed when he was playing in 2021 or 2020, whatever that season was, that solidified him as one of the greatest of all time. The
Bro,
ring,
I'm keeping him
absolutely
at
top 5.
11. There's no change in that.
all right, he's just a hater. That's
He's
all right,
not
though.
pacing Shaq. He's not pacing Bill Russell. He's not pacing Will.
Alright.
No Larry. No TD. No Kobe. No Magic. No LeBron. No Jordan. It's not happening. No way.
I think that's something we should get into in another episode.
We're gonna
I
have
agree.
to now
agree.
because I think
I'm more
that's
than happy to talk
crazy.
about that another
I
episode.
think that's crazy that both of you think that. That is wild. He's a phenomenal player. Don't get me wrong. I'm not hating on his legacy or anything either. I actually like Curry, but I don't think he's 5. That's
Ben's
I
just
don't
like
push
sitting
it.
quiet over there. He's like, "Do I butt in here? Or do I?"
I'm
like,
not.
continue
No,
things?"
please don't do it.
No.
Look, go
I
ahead.
already questioned the LeBron GOAT thing, but like we'll get to
Go
that.
Ben,
a
yeah, go
different
ahead.
episode.
Who's your player of the week?
So my player of the week. Shout out to this team. I feel very bad for them because things just in that city just never seem to go that way sports wise. The Minnesota Vikings. Your
I
rookie
thought you
quarterback.
took my player of the week for a minute. I was about to be like, oh my
Ooh.
god.
Your rookie quarterback may or may not be out for he's at least out for half the season,
He
if
tore
not
his
the whole
That's
meniscus,
season.
right?
horrible.
He tore his
Welcome
meniscus.
to the Sam Darnold
Can I say
show.
something
Sam
here?
Darnold
Oh,
will be
yeah.
starting for the
Guys
Minnesota
have a chance,
Vikings.
Gabe. Week 1. We have a chance.
Can I say something here real quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
I feel so bad because I'm a JJ McCarthy fan. I'm actually so upset by this.
Chris, didn't you
I'm
think the
so
Giants
upset
should
by
take
this.
him?
All I'm gonna
Yes.
say is that injury changes my
Bro,
draft
he's
strategy
not
quite a bit.
bad. JJ
Really?
McCarthy is not a bad
What does that-
quarterback.
What does that do,
I-
Ben? Does that knock Jefferson down a couple pegs, you think?
I think it knocks Jefferson down, and also Aaron Jones skyrocketing in value. Skyrocketing. He's probably
I
top.
agree with, well, he probably was going to be high value anyway
He's
because
top
McCarthy
3
likes
running
to
back
hand
for
the
me
ball
right now.
off. Really? Wow.
Not to release too much, but you know,
Jake, you know who wish they drafted JJ McCarthy?
Who?
The Broncos, because Bo Nix sucks. They
I thought
wish
he
they
had a
had
pretty-
JJ
it's
I
a
thought he
little
had a
McCarthy.
pretty
early
good
for teams to be wishing they drafted different players.
No, they
Yeah.
wish they had JJ
I thought
McCarthy
the-
because
I
you'll
thought the
see
Broncos had
JJ
a pretty good
McCarthy's
game
gonna
with him.
ball. JJ McCarthy's gonna ball. That kid's
Well,
gonna be good.
I mean,
I
we'll
promise
see.
you.
We'll see how he recovers from this injury. You know, some guys never recover from these kind of injuries. So
I remember going all the way back to draft night when Ben, I was telling you that he was gonna get traded for Justin Herbert. Remember that?
dude, we were there. I was like, I thought that was happening. I thought Justin Herbert was about to be a Minnesota Viking.
So did I. It was funny. It was funny for the time it lasted. Yeah, no, it's a good pick though for player of the week.
It is.
Jake.
I am staying on the football train. I didn't just wear this jersey because we're doing a fantasy draft. I wore this jersey because my player of the week plays for this team, my favorite team. Now, unfortunately, he did just get hurt, which sucks. But Malik Neighbors is my player of the week. And I think, Chris, you might know why. Because he kind of bodied your guy.
Here we go.
Yo,
Which guy
on
are we
Twitter,
talking about? Tell
CJ
the
Gardner Johnson. CJ Gardner Johnson, shut your mouth, bro. Shut your mouth. On Twitter, Malik Neighbors, he's feisty. He likes to start fights during training camp. And CJ Gardner Johnson, I have the tweet pulled up right here. He says, "How dude just got beat up." And Neighbors, he's only a rookie. He's already responding to the trash talk. He goes, "You really want to do this?" And I'm not sure if you can see this, but that time that CJ Gardner Johnson took a hit in the middle of a game, and then after that, no post. No post from Gardner Johnson. He deleted his tweet. Malik Neighbors, he's that dog, baby. He's not stepping down for anyone.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah. Wait till the regular
Amazing.
season. Wait till the regular
really?
season when CJ Gardner
will.
Johnson turns
We
into
will.
Derwin
And-
James Jr. and starts bowling on you guys.
It's
Dude.
going to turn into an Isaiah Hodgins, Patrick Peterson situation. That's what's going to happen.
Dude, the Giants fantasy football player rankings are so funny. Your backup running back is your third highest projected rated player.
Why? Just because Eric Gray went off?
Wait, hold
This
on.
preseason?
Let me guess. Number 2 is Daniel Bellinger.
No, Daniel Jones, definitely, right?
No, number 2 is Devin Singletary.
Oh.
You got 2 top 100 players. That's so bad. That's you guys are down atrocious. bro.
If we could draft defensive players, if it was one of those.
Wait, are the
leagues, it'd
two
be a
top
different
one?
story.
Are the
I'm
two
just
top
putting that
100
out there.
players? Is that Dexter Lawrence and Brian Burns?
For fantasy? Oh,
No, I'm
okay.
talking for fantasy. I'm
Oh,
talking
I
Oh,
thought
that-
you
that
meant
should
in
be-
the actual
Oh.
top 100 NFL.
No, no,
Because
no.
I was gonna say I know Dexter Lawrence and Brian Burns made it, but like
They are.
No. Malik Neighbors and Devin Singletary are your
Real
top
quick,
2
Gabe.
fantasy players.
Gabe, listen to the stat that I found out. The
Yeah.
Giants, since I believe 2019 or 2020, have the second most preseason injuries out of every team.
Oh
Why does
yeah, I
this keep
did see that.
Why does this keep happening to us?
coaching.
It's they know
How?
what
We
would happen
had
if
like
didn't
5
have any
different head
injuries.
coaches. We had like 5 different head coaches during that time. How
Because
does
they
that
don't know
work?
what they're doing.
It's crazy. The number 1 spot, by the way, is the Bears. But like, how does this keep happening to the Giants? They've had like 5 different coaches in that time.
I mean, I don't know if it has something to do with it, but playing the home games at MetLife might not help.
Maybe. Is it a John
But
Mara
but
thing?
that's not practice. That's
Yeah. Is it
in-game.
is it a John Mara thing that like they're training so hard? Like,
I don't know
It
that
could
though.
be.
That's also happened to the Eagles a lot, I feel like, but so far we haven't had any injuries
you
that
guys
bad.
got Cooper DeJean back, right?
Yeah,
Mhm.
Cooper DeJean. So you're saying his name wrong.
Oh, sorry, my bad. Not a fan.
Mm.
Yeah, Chris, your turn. Go ahead.
Well, guys, we all know who I picked. He's been my player of the week multiple times throughout our time of this show. Why wouldn't I go with the king?
This is crazy. I can't believe this is happening.
H7 Reddick. Bro, we traded this dude for nothing, and nobody wants to listen to me. What did I say? I met him on multiple occasions. I know he's a family man. All I know is that this dude wants either A, a bag so that he can make money for his family, or B, he wants to come back to Philly to be with his family.
I'm telling you this
and
right now.
I know this so much, right? Hold on. Before you even go there, we traded this dude. We got picks. We took Bryce Huff from them too. And he goes, I don't care. I'm not going to your practices. I'm not doing nothing. And I want out of this place. He requested a trade today already. He ain't even playing snap.
They already denied it, by the way. They already denied it. If I'll say this right now, if Hassan Reddick ends up on the Eagles this season somehow,
you're gonna call it tampering?
First of all, it should be illegal because there's no way a player should be traded to a team and then refuse to play for that team and go back to the original team because
there would be some investigation there.
Yeah, exactly, because that could have been talked about beforehand. Like, you don't know about that. So one, that should be illegal if that does end up somehow happening. And two, if that happens, then the Eagles should be fined and Reddick should be suspended for a year.
Why?
Because that shouldn't be. Then every single team would be like, "Yo, we're gonna trade you, but don't play for the team. Just come back." Every player would be doing that.
Chris is gonna hate my opinion on this matter more than yours. My opinion is, as an Eagles fan, I don't want him on this roster.
Oh yeah, he
sucked last year.
Help you. He won't help you.
He sucked last year,
and he's gonna be a locker room cancer.
Well, I don't agree with that. But he was
the problem is with this though. I feel like.
What do you mean? Wait, no, hold on. Let's take a step back. What do you mean he sucked?
He wasn't good. Our pass rush was not good at all.
Okay, now here's my question to you: who was on the other side of him? Who's on the other side?
An average league pass rusher.
Who?
Was it Josh Sweat? Is that who you're referring to?
Yeah, Josh Sweat, average league.
You think Josh Sweat's average?
He's getting better every year, I'll tell you that.
Josh Sweat is the Taiwan Walker of the damn Eagles. I'm tired of Josh Sweat. He sucks. And if I had the ability...
Did you see Taiwan Walker
If
today?
I had the ability, I would have sent Josh Sweat to the slums. I would have sent him to Carolina. He's awful. He is awful. I'm the number one Josh Sweat hater, and I don't care. He should have been going.
Him and Bryce Huff over your guy. So, like, I'm just saying.
I would have kept Reddick and Bryce Huff. They wanted to keep Reddick, but he was too expensive. I would have kept Reddick and Bryce Huff. I would have kicked Josh Sweat to the curb. 100%. Josh Sweat doesn't do half the ability of what Reddick does, man.
He's gonna have a chip on his shoulder the whole
half the ability. Let me tell you this. Let me put it to you this way, right? 17.5 sacks on one of the greatest defenses we've ever seen in NFL history. We had what was it, Ben? Correct me if I'm wrong. Was it 5 or 6 guys with 10+ sacks that year? Super Bowl year against the Chiefs.
I believe it was 5.
I believe so.
Yeah, we had about 5 guys with 10+ sacks, dude, and he led the team with 17.5 sacks and 3 forced fumbles.
Now, can you say that was because the defense was so great?
Or no, let me correct myself. It wasn't 3 forced fumbles. It was 5 forced fumbles. He had 3 more than anybody on the DPOY list that somehow he didn't make it on. Because I don't know, Micah Parsons is somebody.
He definitely should have been the defensive player of the year. But here's my thing with him. I love him. Temple alumni. We all go to Temple, so obviously, we all just spot in our heart.
He comes back to games too. Like
he does.
I love Reddick. I'm a diehard Reddick fan. I love Reddick.
Shout out to Gage Bergstein. Oh, that's painful. No, I'm just gonna keep that. I'm not even gonna correct his name. Shout out to Gage. I have a soft spot in my heart for him, but look, his game very much relies on his athleticism, and the dude's in his 30s. He's gonna fall off. Like it's projectable. He's gonna fall off.
See, now, and a lot of people said the same thing about Khalil Mack, and look at the year he had.
True.
I mean,
but to be fair,
but
Mack,
he doesn't.
Didn't he led the league in sacks through the first 6 games, then did nothing for the rest of the year?
Khalil Mack?
Yeah.
Khalil Mack ended with 17 sacks.
Yeah, but he did all of that in the first half or something like that, and then he fell off. I remember that.
One way or another, if you do that, that's still absurd. Yeah. That's still crazy, man. I don't know. I would love to have Reddick back on this team, and I truly hope he comes back. I can't wait for the Jets to cut him and he comes back.
I'm rooting for him, just not on the Eagles.
It'll be glorious.
He shouldn't be allowed to go to the Eagles.
I
He
love
shouldn't be
it.
allowed.
He'll go to like the Chiefs or something, bro.
Bro,
Yeah.
don't
And then
you
have the best
dare.
And then win
Don't you
DPOY. That's when he
dare.
wins DPOY when he goes to the Chiefs.
Don't you dare say
I don't know why I
that.
put that into the universe.
One of
I
my
hate
friends
myself
said
for
that
saying
You know?
yesterday, bro,
I hate
and I
myself
said,
for
I
saying it.
swear to God, no.
All right.
Speaking of the Chiefs, they got Marquise Brown got hurt, right?
Yes, unfortunately.
Yes. Very
Yeah, such a
unfortunately.
That is very
But-
unfortunate. Sorry, I know this is kind of about football too, but sorry about the Jazz Chisholm, Jake.
Yeah, sucks. Nothing can ever go right in New York. So
If only it could have
At
just
least you guys
happened to
aren't losing
Taiwan.
5-0 to the worst
If
team in
only
basketball.
it could have
we just
happened to
lost 12
someone
to
like
2 of the worst
Taiwan,
teams of
bro.
all time.
Right, Jake? If
What?
only it could have happened to someone like Taiwan and not Jazz.
That's
Like just
brain injuries. That's crazy.
That's crazy. You cannot call it, dude. I mean,
Taiwan is awful, man. The Phillies
hey,
suck.
hey,
I'm tired of
Chris,
this team.
Chris, the only thing we can take positive is that Junior Marte is not on the Phillies anymore, and we can all take solace in that.
I wish I could say that. About
I'm just
Daniel
tired
Del
of this
Santos.
team. I want baseball season to be over
Giving up
already. I'm
6
tired of
runs
I
this
just
team.
need
Like
October. This team's gonna
Me
cook in
too.
October. It's okay.
No, I don't believe in this team at all.
I
They're
want
they're
October
awful.
where Clark Schmidt and Jazz Chisholm comes back, please.
I just
This
think we should
team
put our
is
entire
trash.
roster on like the 15-day injured list and give them like a half month to just chill. Go to the
Dude,
Bahamas.
I'm just telling you, man. This team is trash. They're not gonna make the playoffs. Like this is horrible.
Yo, clip this. Clip this. This is gonna be a clip. This is going on the Instagram. That what he just said on the Instagram immediately.
Go for it.
But-
Go for it. Go for it.
We're gonna
Just
make
guess
an
what?
edit of that in October once we're in
Bro,
the
our
World
entire
Series.
pitching staff looked like the Rockies pitching staff from last year. All of our batters look like the Oakland A's from last year. They can't do anything. Name me one player who's actually doing good on this team right now.
Harp, Alec Boehm.
I thought Trey
Alec
Turner
Boehm
was
is a
good.
like 18-game hit streak and a 25-game on base streak.
What happened to
Pretty
Austin
solid.
Hayes? Did he fizzle out?
He got hurt.
Yes.
Oh, he got hurt. Really? Damn.
Yeah.
He did
Messed up his
fizzle out,
hammy.
but he also got hurt too. Like
Yeah.
I said, this team is just horrible. But
So it's time for the draft, boys. It's
we
Woo, I'm
are
gonna
we
switch
are
my text
moving
out.
into the draft. And this is officially segment 2. We got some special guests on here. My boys, Patty Heckard and Sean Gravely from WHIP Radio. We also got some other special guests, James D. Martini and Preston Strachey. Anybody want to introduce themselves real quick?
Yeah, I'll go ahead. All right, as Chris mentioned, host, co-host, and producer on WHIP. Favorite team is the Eagles. I also dabble at Temple Update as their editing manager. Yeah. Thank you guys for having me.
Yep.
So to get started.
Of course.
Anyone else?
Yeah, sure. Why not? So Patty Heckard, WHIP Radio, co-host and host. I know a few of these guys from throughout last semester. Had a few shows with them. Also, former anchor of Al Sports Update and now producer this semester. Favorite team's the Eagles, and I hate the fact I got the first pick.
James?
Yeah, I'm James. I bumble around in Temple Update. I'm also regrettably a Giants fan, and I'm a proud drafter of J.K. Dobbins in the last 2 seasons.
Preston?
Yeah, I'm Preston, and I don't do anything with podcasting, but I love joining anybody who invites me to one. I like the Eagles, sadly. I mean,
All right.
Well,
There's no
You can
sadness
say,
about there,
Preston, you
man.
can say baseball player too. You can throw
Yeah.
that on there.
Yeah. like college baseball.
Oh, there you go.
But
Can-
fantasy
That's
football
nice.
definitely better than fantasy baseball. I will say that.
That's nice. Well, we got a minute, less than a minute before this draft. Any picks that we think Patty's gonna do, guys? What are we thinking? Is he gonna go CMC or is he gonna go receiver round and take Tyreek?
CD Lamb's looking a little iffy at 2. I think he might fall to me at 8. Just saying.
No, he's not falling to you at 8. I promise you, if he's there at 6, I'm taking him.
But that big circle next to him, that means he's out. So just saying.
That does not change. I'm gonna draft CD Lamb. I drafted him almost every year.
Are
As
we
an
saying-
Eagles fan.
Are we saying Aaron Rodgers at 1?
What?
Yeah. Yep.
No.
look up-
Can I
I'm
tell
taking
you
him
who
at
I'm
2.
really gonna take? Guys, I can't believe I'm saying this. But give me Davis Mills.
That's crazy.
General Mills, baby.
Hey.
Davis
Hey,
Mills.
I only got one guy, too, so I'm giving you a little
are officially live, fellas.
I did
We
not know that was
are
gonna happen.
live. What is
loud in
gonna
here.
All right.
happen?
So I'm gonna give a quick explanation. I hate this pick. 3 picks. I mean, Christian McCaffrey is just number 1, but he's had 2 great seasons in a row. No way he does it again. CD contract HE double hockey sticks right now, and don't know what to do about that. And Tyreek, I don't know. Tua might get another concussion this year, and we don't know how they're going to do with. Is Skylar Thompson still their backup?
I think so.
Mhm.
Is he
Yeah.
not?
Oh no,
Oh
Mike
my
White.
God,
Mike
who are
White.
you gonna draft?
Is it Mike White?
So let's play it safe. Let's pick CMC.
Oh.
Okay, what was the point in that? What was the
Nothing.
point in that? All right.
Nothing.
So
Ben,
I
it
got
is
one
your
guy
pick.
queued. I have one guy queued. He's a real beast. I think he's a little bit underrated by the national media. I think I'm gonna save him though because he's my sneak pick for later on. And I have a lot of options here. Right now, I feel like there's a lot of good wide receiver depth in the league. So I'm not personally a huge fan of taking a wide receiver at 2. So I look for the value at the position of running back. I think there's not as much depth there in the league. And you got a few bell cows. You got obviously Bird's bias, Saquon, but I'm not picking an Eagle because I hate doing that. That makes me uncomfortable. And Philly sports teams always let me down, so can't rely on that. Jonathan Taylor, love him. He helped me a lot, and then he didn't help me a lot because I traded him, and then he beat me in the playoffs. That was painful. But with that being said, I gotta trust in Aaron Rodgers' leadership and go with Brees Hall at 2. I think
No, you didn't.
he's a dynamic
Oh my
two-way running back. He's a receiving back and he's a running back. Their offensive
Ben.
line is much improved, and I
Ben.
think in order for Aaron Rodgers to succeed, they're going to have to run the ball.
You're
I don't
my
mind
guy, Ben. I would have never picked Brees in the top 10. No shot.
Hey,
No, I don't mind that.
I
Wow.
think it's a make or break pick. Obviously, at 2, you're going to have a make or break pick.
Sean,
High risk, high
the
reward.
spotlight is yours.
All right, so I disagree with Ben a little bit here in terms of my philosophy. I think I do agree that there's more receiver depth in the league than there would be at running back, but in the current NFL, there's always going to be a running back or two who just kind of breaks out, and so I think you can find more value at running back later in the draft. I understand. Traditionally running backs have always been taken early in fantasy drafts, but I think there are some really good receivers that I just cannot pass up the opportunity to take early. That being said, there's a couple options. I could go CD, I could go Amon-Ra, I could go Justin Jefferson. I'm going to go CD. Sorry,
He is
Contract
not
stuff,
there,
though.
Preston. He is not
Contract
there for
stuff.
either of us.
Some hope when he went by.
He's going to play, though. He's going to
He
play.
is.
He'll play. No, he'll definitely play. The
The contract, yeah,
spotlight
he's got to.
is now on Gabe.
I always go receiver in the first round unless there's like an obvious like running
Gabe, the
back
guy
to
is
take.
there, man.
He's there.
I know who Gabe's picking.
I have a problem though, Ben. I don't know what you did with the settings. I'm not seeing Ruben Randall on here.
Looking at
This is who Gabe's picking, obviously.
Wandale Robinson, really?
Dude,
My
that's
boy
who.
Wandale Robinson.
Don't
Yeah,
sleep
I'm not
on
seeing
him.
Ruben Randall on here. I don't know what's going on, but I mean, I'll go with my second option. Tyreek Hill was just so good last year.
Yeah, I knew
But
that
I
was
have to.
coming, man. I knew it. Damn it.
All right. My turn. I'm on the
Jake.
clock. And right now, I'm currently also recording myself on my phone to give everyone some inner thoughts, farming some Instagram clips.
Don't
So
you do it.
I immediately said to my phone that Brees Hall at number 2 was crazy because I think since the wide receivers are so stacked this year, that you just got to go top talent very early on. And I said I wanted one of 3 guys. I said I wanted either CeeDee Lamb, Tyreek Hill, or Amon-Ra St. Brown. And he is available at number 5. I'm picking Amon-Ra St. Brown.
That's a good pick.
Dude,
I don't like picking
can't
two. This is why I don't like
stand
picking 2.
you.
wow.
I don't like picking 2. It's a lose-lose no matter what I do.
I can't stand you, man. That was my pick, guys.
I got a lot of pride, Jake.
Womp womp.
Damn
I,
it.
I, I really thought about
All
taking
right.
him, but I couldn't pass up
All
CD.
right. All right.
Exactly.
I'm looking at a crazy pick for me here. This is so difficult. See, the receivers are so stacked though, and the running backs aren't as stacked. And it's a really tough pick for me here because I have a few options that I really, really like. But there's a select guy that I think I'm going to take at this pick, specifically for the offense that is built around him. And I'm very excited to see the things that he's going to be doing this year alongside Landon Dickerson and
knew you were
Cam
gonna pick him,
Jurgens.
dude.
That's
I knew
crazy.
it.
And
That's
a
crazy.
crazy good O-line with a crazy good offense only means one thing.
That he's gonna
Welcome to
tear
my
his
squad,
ACL.
Saquon Barkley.
That
I
he's
knew
going to
it.
tear his ACL. That's crazy.
Wow. Have fun with
Welcome to my
1,800
team,
yards
Mr.
and 0 rushing
Saquon
touchdowns.
Barkley.
Sounds like we
That's
got some
crazy.
salt
I
from the
respect
Giants
it.
fans.
I respect it. I think he's gonna have at least 1,200 yards this year.
James,
But he's
I
gonna have
am
like 5
moving.
touchdowns.
I am moving the
I'm fine with
spotlight
Touchdowns on
to
everything.
you.
All right. So usually I do like drafting running back in the first round, but as per my fantasy record in the last 3 years, never making the playoffs, I'm going to completely abandon the ideology because it's not worked for me a single time. And with the with the loss of Joe Mixon in free agency, and I hope I'm not forgetting anyone significant that they signed to replace him. And with the whole debacle with T. Higgins, I see this man just picking it up way in the second half of the season. So I just have to go with Jamar Chase here, hopefully healthy Joe Burrow. It's the safest pick I can imagine.
I like it.
And I
like
need
it.
something.
Yeah,
I need
they
something
lost-
on my resume.
They
Preston,
lost Tyler Boyd as well, and
Preston-
they
Yeah,
there
signed
we go.
Zach Moss as their running back.
you
All
have
right, yeah,
the
Zach
last
Moss, that's
pick
what it was.
So
I knew it
in the
was
first
Tom that I don't
round,
care about.
Preston.
So in
Let's
my,
hear about it.
I think the 8th pick is actually the best pick in this draft with 8 teams. I think there are, without a doubt, 8 elite players. And I think 2 of them just fell to me, being a running back and a receiver, because I wanted to double down. And
No,
That's a crazy duo.
both
that's a
of
crazy
them.
statement.
So I'm taking Bijan. I think he's neck and neck with without a doubt. The workload Bijan's going to get this year is going to be absurd with that offense. I mean, he's got a captain running quarterback this year, so I'm going to take Bijan as my first pick. And
Okay.
the next 2 receivers I have on the board, I think there's a drop off after Jefferson. So with my second pick, I'm actually going to take Jefferson.
That's setting up for
Wow.
greatness right there. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah,
Wow.
that's a solid
That's
squad.
a double whammy right there.
All right,
Who doesn't love
James.
Sam Darnold?
The spotlight is
I mean-
back on you.
All right. So to recap, my last season, I ended up with 2 running backs on IR. And the one saving grace of my entire team that prevented me from losing more than I think I went. I didn't win any more than 3 games last year. And the main reason for that was Kyron Williams. So I think I just for the sake of what he did to my team,
No,
I have to take him this early.
No.
Just for the sake of what he did. I have to
can't
give him
do
that. I have
this
to
to
give him that.
me.
Blake Corum's taking that spot, week 6.
No,
Guys, you
shot.
can't do this to me. This is just...
I love Kyron Williams. That's a great pick.
Yeah, I do. I'm biased, but
Did you see what you just did to me? You screwed me.
I have no remorse.
I guess you're gonna have to take
he
a
screwed
certain
me.
wide receiver from a
He
certain
screwed
team.
me because I didn't want to have to take 2 guys from the same squad.
You were gonna do it anyway.
No.
Don't even. You're gonna do it anyway.
Not going to.
Oh my god.
Yo, stand up right now. You're wearing a Hassan Reddick jersey. Come on.
Hold on. Give me 1 second.
Is he switching his jersey? I know he is.
Yeah,
He's grabbing his AJ Brown jersey right now.
I mean, and Brown.
I called it.
oh my
I called
god.
it.
Oh man,
Wait, so,
I didn't want to have to
Chris,
draft 2
how
guys
are
from
you
the same
planning
team.
on
But
getting
guess what?
touchdowns in
Guess
your
Stall
what?
Chris for
There's
20
one
seconds.
receiver.
Man.
There's one receiver on this board currently, and there is a huge gap. Huge.
I do agree with that.
He was rated a 95 in Madden for a reason. Welcome to
No
the
one
squad,
heard
AJ
of
Madden
Brown.
overalls. That's crazy.
You can't compare Madden overalls is crazy.
We're trusting EA. We're putting a lot of trust in EA Sports hands with that.
All right.
Second trust you're putting is ESPN, who clearly.
I'm just putting a lot of trust in the birds right now.
Well,
Let's ride, dude.
After Chris is only drafting Eagles, that's crazy.
Yo, don't
Next
all
is
get
their
Jalen. He's
defense.
gonna take Jalen Hurts next round.
Next is their defense. That's crazy. So to recap real quick, I drafted Amon-Ra St. Brown with my first pick, and I think from here on for the running backs, because I'm looking at running back now, there is another huge drop off from this top running back to the next running backs. And I think it's the number one guy on our screen. I think it's Jonathan Taylor. So I'm going with Jonathan Taylor.
Wow. I didn't think he was going to go this early. Okay. I think there was a guy that's kind of hanging that's a better running back, but that's fine. Gabe?
Yeah, I agree. But also, there's one player I really want, and I think I'm gonna get him, and I'm happy.
I think this is a pretty easy pick for me, even though Jahmyr Gibbs is like staring at me right now because I had him
He's scared
last
at me
year.
too. I'm not gonna
I
lie.
know
I forgot when
exactly
I
who
picked
he's
him.
taking.
The problem is
damn it.
he was great when he was given the ball, but I feel like he just wasn't given the ball that much. Like, I mean, obviously he had to split time, but
Well, Gibbs this year, they announced that he is going to get more carries this year than he did last year. So
Interesting.
Gabe, there's a guy sitting on that board, and I know you're eyeing him up.
I don't know if it's who you think it is because I don't know. They have Aaron Rodgers now. Everything changes. You don't have Zach Wilson at quarterback. I'm going Garrett Wilson.
What? You didn't.
I don't like two straight wide receivers, but I mean you have a flex, so it's not the end of the world.
Oh, Ben, I know exactly who Ben's going to pick. I know he's taking on his next pick. Sean, it is you.
Isaiah Pacheco.
So I got a couple. So I went receiver first round. I got another pick coming up early third round. So I'm looking running back. There's two names here. It's Gibbs, Isaiah Pacheco, and I've been doing a lot of thinking the past couple minutes because I really want one of these guys. Jake mentioned, Gibbs probably gonna get more carries this year. Pacheco playing on the Chiefs won't get as many carries as your typical running back playing with Patrick Mahomes back there. The Chiefs are going to pass 40, 50 times a game. That's just kind of the nature of their offense. But it's still very tempting. But I think I'm settling with Gibbs here. I think his upside's a bit higher than Pacheco. But
I can't believe that you guys just let this running back fall in the Ben's lap. That's wild.
wait,
Well,
that wasn't
I'm
the
not
running back
taking-
you were
I'm not-
looking at?
I'm
That's
not
crazy.
taking running back. Number one, I'm glad you took him, Sean, because that made my decision easier. I was weighing between him and the guy I'm picking, and Chris is going to be like, "Oh, Ben, you're an idiot" after this pick. Guarantee it. But I talked about my draft strategy, and I like going to teams that don't have a lot of offensive talent. And there's one guy on this. There's two guys on this team. One of them is getting old, and he's a running back. But the other one is a star receiver waiting
No,
to be
you're
born.
not. No, you're not.
He is a beast. People do not watch him because New Orleans is mid. But I'm telling you, he's going to be a top 10 receiver in fantasy football this year, 100% guaranteed, and that's why I'm going with Chris Olave.
Wow.
Now-
What did you
Thank
just
God.
do?
Wow.
Thank you,
Whoa,
Ben.
from-
Oh my God. So
Patty
there's a
B.
giant drop off in wide receiver talent, in my opinion. And I do not like Chris Olave. I don't know why anyone likes Derek Carr as a QB. I'm going to take Puka Nakua. That's an easy
Derek
pick
Carr
there.
consistently is an
Dude,
league average QB,
what
which is good enough.
What are you doing?
But my week
And
week
then-
12, I'm screwed. Both
Ugh.
my guys have buys, but it's okay. It's okay.
And
All right.
then
Well,
that
we know
leaves
Patty
me-
took Puka, but he's also got another pick.
Yeah, this is the interesting thing. If I want to take another running back, or if I want to just stack up on wide receiver, I'm very much on the side of stacking up on wide receivers are better than running backs. So I don't have enough to talk about the stall, but we're gonna go with. You know what? Let's go with Michael Pittman.
Damn, that's my boy.
Okay.
Shout out
It's
to
a-
my
it's a
boy
good
from
pick.
last year. Carried
That's a
my
good
team.
pick.
Yeah.
I like it.
I'm-
Ben,
Jake really likes that pick.
I really would pick Travis Etienne, but both my guys I already picked have week 12
that's what
buys.
I've been talking about when you picked Olave. I thought you were going to take ETN.
I can't pick three guys that have week 12 buys. So I have a few options. I have Derrick Henry, a few wide receivers Travis Kelce is staring at me down there. I never am the type to pick Travis Kelce. I'm not the type to pick him now.
They just
But
re-signed him.
they did. But I just feel like he's just shown, like, towards the end of the last season, based off the eye test, he just looked like he was slowing down a little bit. He's had a lot of injuries throughout his career, so I feel like he's gonna fall
A few
off.
names I really like on there.
But look, another risky pick. I'm just going for risky picks, but I just think the issue the Ravens have had has been the red zone the last few years, and I think you get a guy that's one of the best red zone running backs of all time with a solid offensive line, a mobile quarterback. I mean, how are you going to stop an option between Derrick Henry and Lamar Jackson? That's my question.
Wow. Derrick Henry off the board
Have him as my-
on his new squad. I like it. I really
The
like
answer
it.
to that question, by the way, is to go for the knees because he's like 45.
Sean, the spotlight is back to you, my friend.
All right, so when receiver then running back, I'm going to go back to receiver here. Now, if we're going by the rankings, we have Marvin Harrison Jr. at 21. I do not want to take a rookie that early. I thought about it, but I'm not going to do it. It was tempting though. You have Mike Evans, who's just consistent, like 1,000-yard machine. He'd be a pretty safe pick there. But I'm not going to go quite there. I'm not going to go there. Now you have Davante Adams, former best receiver in the league. I'm a little concerned about his quarterback situation, as anyone is, but I think he's due to have a bit of a resurgence. Not that he was bad last year, but he wasn't quite the Davante Adams we remember. I think he'll have a bit of a bounce back. I'm going to go Davante Adams.
Dang it!
Sorry.
All right. Gabe,
Great pick.
it is your pick.
I love going rookies, but I need a running back right now, so it just has to be between those top two guys.
There's one that I
last
like
year.
a lot more than the other.
I had ETN last year. I actually traded him for CMC, or I had CMC. I traded him to get ETN, which it worked some weeks, but others were pretty painful with him. So I'm kind of torn because, I mean, bye week wise, it doesn't really matter that much, but I mean, it's tough. I'm just gonna go ETN. I feel like he's better, I guess.
All right. Jake,
I don't know. I'm
All
not
right.
convinced.
is
So-
Malik Neighbors coming now?
Absolutely not. So my strategy to recap real quick, I had Amon-Ra St. Brown, and then I just got Jonathan Taylor, and I was going to go back to receiver. But the thing is, Sean just stole my pick. He stole Davante Adams from me. And I'm looking at the receivers now, and I believe from Davante Adams to the rest of the receivers on the board, there is a drop-off. And I look at that and I go, okay, I can get a better receiver later. And I think there's still one tier of running back left than all the other running backs on the board. And you might think, oh, the top one on the board right now is Isaiah Pacheco, but I don't think he's the top running back on the board.
I don't think so
I think
either.
we have to go down a little bit, and ESPN has done this guy a little dirty, and I think we draft Alvin Kamara because of that receiving threat.
All right. I mean, Josh Jacobs was there, but like,
I don't think Josh Jacobs is going to have a great year at Green Bay.
what?
Really
He's gonna be killer, dude.
interesting take.
They have too many receivers.
Hot take. I like it. I respect it.
Aaron Jones is a
No.
good running back. He didn't do good last year.
I'm gonna say something here, guys. This is an interesting pick here, and a lot of people forgot about what my boy could do. A lot of people. There's one specific guy that I'm looking at. Ben, I'm not drafting Alberto. There's one specific guy I'm looking at. You know, he's on a new team, by the way, and he's ready to ball in a crazy offense. I can't wait to see this dude work wonders. Come to
Oh.
my team, Mr. Stephon Diggs.
That's crazy. There's so many receivers there.
I thought about that one. I think Diggs could
Nah.
have a good year.
Bro,
I think
Stephon Diggs, people are sleeping on him so much as if it wasn't like not before this past season, the year before that he wasn't top 5.
You're
I
right.
think
Yeah.
it's
It's
crazy.
a risky pick. It's a risky pick, but
It
I
is.
like
It
I
might
like
pay
my
off.
There's never been a loaded wide receiver room in Buffalo.
Mm-mm. It is back to James. James, take Malik Neighbors now. Do it. Do it. Do it. Don't
Dude,
let
I'm
Jake
so
do it.
tempted. You don't even know. You don't even. I think just to spite Jake, like I'm like 65% of the way there. But
What's the other
and
35%?
I'm gonna take that spite and I'm gonna transform into. I'm actually gonna use a spite from a different experience to influence this pick. So last year I had drafted Mr. Sam Laporta way too early than people thought he deserved, and I got made fun of it so hard until I just straight dropped him. I didn't even trade him. I got nothing back in value for him. I straight dropped him. I was devastated. It hurt my soul. So to recoup from that one experience, to get some of my moral character back, I have to.
Wow.
I just have to. I know it's a
All
bad
right.
pick. I think he's gonna.
I
take
don't think it's a
lot of
bad pick at
touchdowns
I
all.
away
can
from
create
Alvin
a
Rowe.
run on tight end.
I don't think
too.
it's a bad pick at all. I'm gonna be so
Okay.
honest with you.
Pick.
I appreciate that.
All right, so I'm amazed that these two players fell to me. One guy that I've actually drafted in so far every mock draft, and I'm planning on drafting in pretty much all my leagues, is actually the top receiver on the board right now, Marvin Harrison, to pair with Justin Jefferson.
Ooh.
You're gonna take the rook. You're
Yeah.
gonna take the chance on the rook.
I am amazed that he fell to me. I was biting my nails that whole round. I thought somebody
Wow.
would take it earlier.
Take the chance on the rook.
Yeah.
All right.
And then there's a couple running backs left, and I think the next two off the board should be who I thought Jake was going to take was A-Chain or Pacheco. I thought Jake was going with A-Chain, but me personally, I can't believe Pacheco fell to me, so I'm taking Pacheco.
All right. All right, James. It is back to you. I know you're like
yeah.
75% now.
Yeah, don't say it. Don't say it. Don't push me any further. I will.
I'm pushing you.
So, yeah, I know you are. Mr. Eagles fan, praying on my downfall. I can't listen to you.
Yeah, are you gonna let Devontae Smith
James,
fall to
he's
me
hurt
too?
right now. He's hurt right now. Don't take him.
Yeah, James, are you gonna let
I,
Devontae? Are you gonna let Devontae Smith fall to me too?
So I just may, and I actually will, because I think that this man's going to see a lot of new targets on a brand new team, and I can't wait. I don't know who the hell his quarterback is going to be, who the HEW hockey sticks his quarterback is going to be, but he done me well in the past, but I just got to pull the trigger.
Wow.
Yeah,
Brandon Ayuk.
I know.
We'll see if he
yeah,
gets traded. We'll see.
I think he's going to be a number one, no matter where he goes.
He wants to get paid that money. He wants to get paid wide receiver one money.
Man,
he just needs to sign off from the Steelers, right?
Guys,
Mm-hmm.
if you
Well,
know
actually,
me
Patty,
well,
the 49ers have to agree to the trade.
if
it's all
you
set
guys know me well, I am a very, very, very biased Eagles fan. No, I am not taking Devontae Smith with this pick. I'm not taking Devontae Smith with this pick.
No.
Everyone knows I'm very against San Fran, Kansas City,
What about
Dallas,
Boston?
all
And
those
Boston for
teams,
you.
and Boston. Everyone knows I'm a big guy who does my city wrong. And you know, there's one guy that's really eyeing me up on this board, and I do not like this man. No, I'm not taking Jalen Reagor. I do not like this man, like, at all. There's a lot of people who know that, and a lot of people are like, oh, but there's reasons, and I'm like, no, I can't stand them. I can't stand really anything about this guy, and I'm really upset that I have to make
Take
this
Debo
pick.
already.
Welcome to the team, Travis Kelce.
Whoa.
I don't like him. I don't like his girlfriend. I don't like anything about him, but he's there. I have to take him.
All right,
I
real
hate you.
quick. I would just like to say thank you guys so much for not taking a quarterback yet this early in the draft. That means we all know something about fantasy football. Thank you.
Once a
to
quarterback
everyone
goes,
here.
they all go.
Exactly. And I am not doing that here. So let's see what I have. I took Jonathan Taylor, Amon-Ra St. Brown, and now Alvin Kamara was my last pick. And 2 tight ends just went. That seems a little interesting to me. And I'm looking at the receivers here, and I'm not going to lie, there's about 4 guys here worth taking before a major drop-off. But then I go back to tight end, and I go, well, there's 1 guy here, and then a major drop-off. So I think I'm going to take that 1 guy and go with Mark Andrews.
Yeah. Interesting.
All
I
right.
like it.
I mean, George Kittle.
I was
George
like, I'll give
Kittle's
you
there,
that.
but I like the pick.
How do I like?
He's
glitched
coming
out
off an
there in
injured
silence?
year. Just saying.
I just complained about Jahmyr Gibbs having to split time, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to take Devon Achane here. But I don't know. I just feel like he has the most upside here. I want another running back. If he can do even just a little bit of what he did last year and like probably more carries, I mean, I don't know how they're splitting time actually in that backfield, but I just see him having the most upside about over everybody else available at the top of the list right now. So I'm going Achane.
That's too early.
You think so?
You've only really seen 1 year from him. That's why it's like it's hard for me to take guys like Kyron too.
But he just had some insane weeks last year. Like I don't think I can pass up on that.
The upside's there. And Raheem Mostert is getting older. I agree.
If I were you, I would have preferred to take like a Kenneth Walker. That's just me though. Listen, it's all different. Everybody has a different taste. You know, fantasy's different for everybody. Sean?
So right here, got one more running back spot. I was sort of gritting my teeth a little bit because I thought about Joe Mixon. I've gotten Joe Mixon probably of like 3 of my 4 like last fantasy drafts. He just always falls into my lap somehow. I'm not going to go him this time. I'm going to go a bit of a different route. We were talking about Josh Jacobs a little bit earlier. New team, Green Bay. I like Green Bay a lot. I think they're primed to have a great year. I think Jordan Love is primed to have a great year. I don't know. I like his chances, just to have a big fantasy year. I'm going Josh Jacobs here.
Okay.
Ben, you've been eyeing up receiver for a little bit now.
I have. I only have one.
Don't be the guy.
receiver.
Don't be the guy to take Drake London. I'll laugh in your face.
I'm not. I can't take Drake London. I have 2 guys on a week 12 bye already. It's kind of hamstringing me a little bit, but
All or
I
nothing
think
there.
I think so far I've been very, very risky in my picks. I think I'm gonna play it safe here and go for a guy that just consistently his entire career has put up 1,000 yards every year.
That's a
And,
valid pick. That's such a
it's-
valid pick.
It's it's playing it safe, but and obviously like he's probably gonna get hurt this year because I'm picking him, but I have to
horrible.
play it safe here.
That's
I like it.
horrible.
And go
I
with
like
one of
it.
the best college receivers of all time that I've ever seen. Him and Johnny Manziel was my favorite college tandem of all time. It was disgusting. If you haven't seen it, look up clips. It's disgusting.
Okay, well, I'm
it
going
is
to be
back-
the
It's
bearer of
back to
bad
Patty
news.
with the double pick.
Oh,
And-
is he doing it? Is he doing it?
I'm taking a QB.
Yep,
And,
okay, okay,
taking
yeah.
Josh
That
Allen.
works for me. Which QB did you take? I didn't even see.
Josh Allen. He's
Okay,
going off the
okay,
board.
okay.
Wow.
Okay.
And to follow that up,
That sets up
Back-to-back
Um,
QB? That's crazy.
He's taking Patrick Mahomes. What?
and for my next pick, I think I'll pick up a running back. I'll be honest,
Alright.
top 4 guys left on the queue. Not really feeling it from
Ben, no,
any
I
of
won't.
them. So I'm going to be taking Rashad White. Hopefully, he follows up on a great last
That's
season.
a great pick. That is
I-
such a good pick. I
I'm
traded
a-
for him
that-
for nothing last year. Ben, he's mine. Don't touch him.
That's crazy.
Ben, he's mine. He's mine.
Ugh.
Don't touch him.
these last few games, he was really questionable. But you know what?
Ooh, yeah, you should.
You know something about
The
you know
entire
something
team
about
was.
Jalen
Ben,
Hurts.
Patrick Mahomes is there. Ben, Patrick Mahomes
You know
is there.
something about Jalen Hurts?
Oh,
He's
yeah.
got a great mindset. He's a leader of men.
Ben,
The
Patrick Mahomes is
Philadelphia
there.
Eagles have the best offense in the league,
Draft Slim Shady.
and
not
there's
gonna change.
something called the
Ben,
touch
Dak
push,
Prescott's there.
He won- he
aka
almost
the
won
brotherly
MVP.
shove, that does get a lot of touchdowns from the 1 yard line. with that being
I
said,
can't stand you.
I will be taking my first Eagle in my as
I
a
wanted
fantasy
Jalen
draft in 4
Hurts.
years. My first Eagle in 4 years because I never do this.
I wanted Jalen
He's-
Hurts, dude.
I have to.
I wanted to pair him
I
up
have
with
to.
AJ and Saquon.
I have to. I have to. I can't. And honestly, Chris, you should thank me. Everybody should be thanking me that Chris is not making the Philadelphia Eagles on his fantasy team.
I'm so serious, guys.
Is that
I
an
actually-
overdra- Is
I
that an
actually would have
overdraft?
drafted
Yes.
him because I would have drafted another quarterback too.
Is that an overdraft? 100%. But you know what? The
You
quarterback
suck.
went, and I'm not picking for a while, so I have to.
Sean,
All right, so not very happy. I was eyeing Jalen Hurts, and of course he goes to pick right before mine.
Lamar Jackson's there.
Now that being said, I still want a top QB pretty badly. I don't pick again for a while, and that leaves me with a couple different options. Anthony
Mac
Richardson.
Jones.
No, Anthony Richardson. Interesting ranking at 44. A little concerned. He was injured in his rookie season. He has a lot of upside, but I'm not going to go there.
Very upset.
Lamar-
Good in the time he played as well.
Lamar, obviously, you're going to get a ton of rushing yards out of him. A safe fantasy pick. But Patrick Mahomes, how am I supposed to pass up Patrick Mahomes?
Mhm.
Going to be Patrick Mahomes.
That's fair.
I'm getting nervous here. I'm getting so nervous here. Gabe, I swear I'm getting so nervous here.
Listen. Oh, with Devontae?
No.
Because I'm not really liking the running back selection. That being said, though, I'm going to go another running back here.
Oh, well, Lamar goes. Jake, it is your pick,
Okay.
Jake.
That
So
joke flew over my head. For a second.
that joke flew over my head too. I thought Lamar was here. I'm gonna be 100% honest. But I said into my camera that when Patty drafted Josh Allen, there was 3 quarterbacks that I was looking at, and the order of quarterbacks that I wanted to go in, which it's a run on quarterbacks now. We all know it. It was Patrick Mahomes number 1, Lamar number 2, and my number 3 is not Slim Shady. It is CJ Stroud.
God damn it! I can't stand you!
Ooh.
I can't stand you, bro.
I think CJ Stroud is going to have an amazing year. Last year in fantasy, I actually picked him up in free agency, and then I dropped him because I thought that someone else was going to do better. And he did. I've dropped him for Brock Purdy, actually. That's who I dropped him for. So it was a mistake. Big mistake. I'm learning from mistakes. CJ Stroud is my guy.
You just ruined my entire draft. You ruined my entire draft.
Chris, I think your draft was ruined when you took 2 Eagles.
That's
Yeah, I
true.
think that I agree with that.
Especially both Eagles that aren't going to get the touchdowns.
Bro,
We don't score a tush push on every drive.
I don't
know
like
where-
the
I don't know where that's coming
quarterbacks
from.
that are
Hey, I hope we
here.
do.
That's all I saw. The highlights.
I don't like the quarterbacks that are here at all.
They're not going
How?
to do the tush push as much this year. They'll still do it, but probably
Yeah,
not
Cam
as much.
Jurgens is not Jason Kelsey.
Oh, no,
That and
dude,
like I ain't even trying.
Oh,
Big one can actually
man.
like
it on a dime.
Yo, what about
They
Chris?
push
What
to a
about your
high.
number 1 QB from the draft? He's still available.
No.
Chris, do it. Do
Joe
it.
Burrow, welcome. Welcome, Joe Burrow. I didn't
So
even
angry.
want Joe Burrow,
He's so
but the rest of the
angry.
quarter.
You
I'm
should.
sorry.
You should.
Listen, before James goes and makes his pick, I'm sorry. Every other quarterback I do not like. Kyler Murray's too high. Jordan Love, I don't know if he's going to do it for another year. Same with Anthony Richardson. Dak Prescott
above.
sucks. I mean, like, what are we doing here? I don't trust Caleb Williams either. I don't like this. And friggin' Jake ruined my entire draft. God damn it, Jake. Come on, man.
All right. Now, unlike you, I'm not a sheep. Unlike you guys, I'm not a sheep. I'm an alpha wolf. I will not follow the pack and draft the quarterback because I'm
You're
just
gonna
not.
get stuck.
Yeah,
with, you're gonna get stuck with like Geno Smith.
And everybody else draft quarterbacks from now on, so
Ben
he just doesn't have
DiNucci.
one.
Well, he's picking in 2 picks, so he'll get one.
Just carousel. So I mean, I need a running back, and I do like him. I'm just going off the basis of I like him because at this point. So I'm just gonna go with my boy Kenneth Walker.
Oh, you
Ooh, that's a good
suck.
Yeah.
That's a good
You
pick.
suck.
Chris has said that like every
yeah.
Every pick
That's
that
who
isn't
I
his
know
own.
actually, because that's who I was gonna take. Because I can't take Mixon.
Keep it to yourself, man.
Because then I'm just gonna have. Because if I take Mixon, then I
Chris,
have
wait, Chris,
Figs and
who do you-
Mixon, and then I have
Chris,
AJ and
who are you
Saquon.
taking next, Chris? I'm curious.
You'll have to find out.
Okay, just between you and me.
Yeah, text him.
I'm
I actually will text you. It'll be
I think there's
funny.
a lot. And I can't believe like a lot of you guys have said how much receiver depth there is, and you're right. Like we're falling into the 6th round, and you got guys like Drake London, Nico Collins, DK Metcalf, even Jalen Waddle. Like they're all just falling. So I think I have to take a receiver before they do fall, just so I can fill that flex position. I think I'm gonna grab Drake London. So you could laugh at my
No,
face.
you don't. No, you don't. No, you don't. You're not doing that.
No,
There's
that's a
no
good
way.
pick.
There's no way he just did that.
Draft, yeah.
I did.
It's a
Who,
good pick.
Patty, did I just hear you say that's a good pick?
It's the 6th round.
That is
It's a good
absurd.
pick.
I wouldn't draft Drake
I-
London with my last fantasy
Chris
pick.
did text me who he wanted, so I'll laugh really hard if somebody picks one of them. I'm not gonna say
Well,
who it is.
I mean,
not
I'm
saying.
2 picks off, so we'll
Yeah.
see.
Well, with my second pick, I think Jake was right. There are 3 tight ends that
Oh, he's taking George Kittle. George Kittle is on.
I'm not taking Kittle. I'm gonna actually do something crazy.
No.
Take someone on the same offense with Trey McBride.
Ooh.
Damn it.
Wow.
What?
Good pick.
That's a good pick.
Well, James.
Yeah.
Malik Neighbors is still there, my friend.
Oh, is he? Is he? See, I will not be.
He's number
influenced by your
47.
words this time. I will
You're
not be
quarterback,
influenced by your
James.
words this time. I'm
Ooh,
too susceptible.
quarterback. Ooh.
Yeah, you're gonna hate this. I'm just looking straight at Chris's camera just because I know he's gonna hate this, but
I dare you to pick
I
Dak Prescott.
think
I'll
he's
laugh
due
at you.
one. I think he's due one. So it's high.
Who'd you just
Oh,
pick?
Tyler Murray?
Oh,
I
okay.
said you were gonna hate it,
Ew.
but I like
Not big on that.
Ew.
I like what they're building around him.
He has good offense now.
By
Yeah.
that I mean just Marvin
Yeah,
Harrison.
And Trey McBride.
Well, guys,
Oh, don't forget Elijah Higgins.
I picked so far off my picks. I got Saquon, AJ, Stephon, Travis Kelce, Joe Burrow. Right? That's what we're rocking with at the moment. And you may say to yourself, oh, he needs another running back or this. I'm going to hold off a little bit longer for my next running back. With that, I want to stack up my receivers more. I'm going to take DK Metcalf.
great pick.
Top pick. I'm kind of surprised you didn't take Devontae Smith. You're doing your boy dirty, bro.
Very true.
I
very
can't
true.
have him, Saquon, and AJ.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Really?
Either
You can't?
That's you can though. You can draft them.
I can't
So
have
my
him.
last pick was tight end Mark Andrews. Actually, CJ Stroud and then Mark Andrews before that.
Malik
And
Neighbors.
I have a wide receiver problem now. I have an empty wide receiver slot.
Malik Neighbors.
And I'm looking at these receivers, and I think out of all the receivers right here, there's a consensus 2 that deserve to be taken here. Ooh, but then I
He's
just spotted
taking
one
DJ.
at the bottom of the screen. Ooh,
Let me guess, you're taking DJ.
somebody that's ranked number 47. Looks rather enticing.
yeah, he's staring right at me, right? Hold on, I need to look at this guy's game history real quick because I didn't even know that he was still on the board. Okay,
Oh, he's probably looking at.
it's a receiver, I'll tell you that.
Debo.
And it's DJ Moore.
It is.
Jalen Waddle.
You got 20 seconds.
Jalen Waddle killed me last year, and I'm going Debo.
That's a good pick.
He's a number
You're
one pick.
disgusting.
He's a number one
You're
receiver. still.
disgusting.
All the other receivers left on
You
the board
are
number 2.
disgusting.
If Ayuk leaves, he's gonna do exactly what he did a couple years back.
Exactly.
I don't care. You're disgusting. I hate Debo Samuel more than I hate Patrick Mahomes, which is pushing it. That's pushing it.
Dude,
I hate Debo Samuel more than the Cowboys, Giants, and Commanders combined.
That's crazy.
You could tell him I said that too. I'll put him on the show. I'll let him talk.
He is up there on like my least favorite players list.
Oh, I know you hate him, Sean, because we talked
Oh,
about
yeah.
him at
Oh, big time.
WHIP.
really there's a
Yeah.
lot of 49ers on that list, but Debo.
Gabe, are
at
you
top
going to
of the
be a
frequent topic
Giants
for us.
fan and take Devontae Smith?
It's
Smitty?
like part of me wants to, but I'm like, I just can't.
Are you gonna take
Like, I
Malik
can't do that.
Neighbors?
I thought Jake was between DJ and Devontae, and I was just
That's what
like,
I
I
thought.
really don't want to.
That's
I
when I
wanted
noticed
DJ.
Debo. That's why I
No.
said I need to look at his stats. That's why I picked
DJ's
Debo.
fire, bro. I had DJ
So-
last year.
I had
No.
DJ above Devontae
In
personally,
one of my
and I was
leagues.
kind of hoping he wouldn't go DJ, but I was like, whoever he doesn't pick out of the two, I'm gonna take. And he didn't take either of them, so I'm gonna go DJ Moore.
That's a
Nice.
valid pick. That's
That
such a
was my
valid
next
pick.
pick. That was my next
Nah,
pick.
that's such a valid pick.
That sucks.
Sean, it is your pick, and our guy is
I mean,
sitting
anyone
there for
that's
you, bro.
fourth all
I
time.
want to thank all of you
Keeper's
for
yards.
letting Devontae Smith fall right into my lap. I've been eyeing where my
Please
flex
take him
spots
so
are.
I don't do it. Please
I've
take him
been
so I don't do
I-
it.
I've been pretty good about. I haven't drafted an Eagle yet. This will be my first one. Probably my only one. I don't know. We'll have to see, but it's gonna be Devontae Smith
Thank you for taking him so I didn't do it.
anytime.
Appreciate it. Ben. Oh, Ben's in the risky picks. We know who he's taking. Mr. Tank Dell, baby.
I'm
Why are you looking at Van Jefferson?
not looking at Van Jefferson. I'm thinking of making a really risky pick here. And
You are
this
not
is
taking George Pickens.
this is only because why do they not have a quarterback? Oh, I'm on a flex. Okay. I think that either Justin Fields or Russell Wilson is going to be a solid quarterback for this team, and this team always gets to 9 wins. Now, usually it's because of their defense.
You already have a quarterback.
Yeah, I'm not taking nobody's taking them in fantasy. I just think that he needs
Thank
somebody
God I
to
saw
throw
you
him the
that
ball. They have. No, I'm not picking George Pickens. I'm not picking George Pickens. I can't. What am I picking? I was trying to convince
Cooper
myself
Kupp.
to do it.
Or Tank Dell.
I'm kind of stuck here because all the people I wanted went.
Jake, you better hurry up because League Neighbors there.
I'm gonna
I might just take
go-
him just to make you mad.
Jalen Waddle. Okay.
All right.
I
That's
can't
fair.
tell
That's a
that
safe
one.
pick. Patty's got back-to-back picks.
I have no idea who I'm picking right now. Okay.
Kicker?
Stop pulling up kickers, bro.
What?
I feel like I should draft a tight end, but like at this rate, I feel like I can
It
wait.
doesn't matter.
if
They're all
I'm-
like the same. That's what I'm saying. Like I don't want to draft.
Yeah, I
them.
know. That's what I'm thinking. So like, I feel like I'd be
Guys.
reaching on a tight end here.
George Kittle's there, guys.
Go ahead.
Who?
That's your pick.
Why would you want George Kittle?
'Cause he was on the receiver show.
not?
We love him now.
Okay.
I remember when he went to one of the concerts in Philly. Or no, it was WrestleMania he was at, and they booed him. That was funny. That was really
Okay.
funny.
So for my first pick, I'm gonna pick like the last running back I really like on this board. I'm gonna take Ramondre Stevenson.
Okay.
I don't know how I
Bad
feel
Q-
about that pick.
They
If
don't
we have
have
a
anyone
bad,
else
if
now.
there's a bad QB and no wide receiver depth, potentially bad QB in the Patriots, running back's going to be used a lot. Why not take him? And then that just leaves: do I reach on a wide receiver I don't like, or do I take a tight end?
Take the tight
Um,
end.
Mm,
I don't see
this is
why
great
not.
filler.
You're limiting other
Okay.
people to taking such a small
that's fair.
position.
So Dalton Kincaid is I'll just speak my mind. Dalton Kincaid's the one I'm looking at. Josh
you're not.
Allen's. Yes, I am. Josh Allen's receiving targets are kind of limited a bit. I don't know how much I trust Curtis Samuel. But I mean, I feel like it's reaching on tight end. I feel like I can get better value in later rounds. So in that case, I am going to take Zay Flowers.
Oh, that's a good. I
What?
like it. I like it.
I like that.
He's
What?
the number one receiving option.
Here's my thinking. I have the same thinking, and that this tight end position, there's so much stuff. I mean, look, Dallas Goedert's down here, like Cole Kmet's down here. You know, there's
Tyler Conklin.
He's
What a
hell.
guy.
there's a lot of value, and nobody's gonna draft 2 tight ends unless they're.
I have
some
3 players
weirdo.
with a week 14 bye. I just realized.
Yeah.
Oh, me too. What the heck?
I think I'm gonna draft George Pickens. It's a risk, but he just has number one receiver upside. Like, you look at him and you're like, this guy is the number one receiver. I mean, like, he just has to be. And last season, he quote unquote didn't have a good season, but he had over 1,000 yards and he had 106 targets. I think if he gets more targets from a better quarterback, he's going to have more receptions. So I'm going George Pickens.
Wow.
And worst case, he's
too
trade bait.
early.
Worst case, he's trade bait.
I was debating on George Pickens too.
That's
Alright.
too early, man.
But Rashad Bateman as a number 2 for the Ravens. Oh my God, give me Zay Flowers.
Sean?
Going here on tight end. I have a few options I can go. George Kittle's probably in a vacuum the best player, the best tight end on the board. The concern with him is always just he's getting up there. He turned 30 years old. He has some injury history. Kyle Pitts is an interesting one. You know, he's very unorthodox tight end in a way. He's much more of a receiver. Hasn't really blossomed in the way a lot of people would think he would since being drafted by the Falcons. But I'm looking at Evan Ingram, one of Trevor Lawrence's favorite targets. He had, I think, around 960 yards last year. I think that could go up potentially this year. He kind of found his own, so I'm going Evan Ingram.
Wow.
160 yards was a crazy call. He had 963.
Wow.
Right on the money.
Wow. Why do you got David Njoku on cue?
Photographic memory.
Gabe, Malik
All right.
Neighbors is sitting there, man. Ben,
He
pull
is.
up the receivers. Pull up the
I
receivers.
think
Pull
it
up the
would just be
receivers.
stupid for me. It would be stupid for me to take another receiver at this point, even though Malik Neighbors is just staring at me right now. But
Jake's crossing his fingers so he can get Malik Neighbors, dude. Just do it. Just
Yeah.
take it from him.
Jake, there's
Neighbors
just no way
isn't
to-
happening.
There's just
Neighbors
no way
isn't
Malik
happening at least
Neighbors
this
gets
round
drafted,
for me.
bro.
I'm between James Cook and Joe Mixon. James Cook or Joe Mixon makes more sense bye-week wise. I just don't know if you guys feel the same way, but I feel like there's some sort of Mandela effect. Somebody mentioned it before the draft started with Joe Mixon that it just feels like he's always on your team. Like, I don't know why.
True.
I don't know why. It feels like he's
100%
always
every
on my
year.
team.
Every
But I guess he'll be on my team another year. I'm just gonna go Joe Mixon.
5 drafts I've done.
All right. Well, Jake, he's there.
All right. He is there.
He's
And
not
I have a
drafted.
really tough position now. Because
Huge
everyone's going to make
advantage.
fun of me if I do not pick Malik Neighbors. My team name is literally Welcome to the
Then he's
Neighborhood.
going to go to James in 2 picks.
Unfortunately, he might. But this is my thinking, okay? Because there's another guy I'm looking at, and his name is Tank Dell. And I said to my phone that Tank Dell, I want as my wide
You
receiver
know what you
number
should
2.
do? Flip a coin.
No.
Flip a
Don't
coin.
Here's
let
my
me decide.
here is my reasoning. Malik Neighbors is going to get double teamed this year. He's a rookie, although he is going to be very good. He's going to get double teamed. That's going to open up a lot of possibilities for other receivers.
And
What
he's
other
Daniel
receivers?
Jones, the QB.
Tank Dell,
Jones is also playing.
What other
it.
receivers?
Tank Dell, Jalen Hyatt, and Wandale Robinson, and Darius Slayton.
Wandale Robinson.
Tank Dell, he is not going to get covered whatsoever. He's coming off of injury. Him and CJ Stroud have an insane connection, and he did good when he played last year. I'm going Tank Dell.
Before Nico Collins.
All right.
Yes,
I-
I think Nico Collins is a one-hit wonder.
I
Saying it right
agree. I
Really?
agree.
Yes.
I
if
completely agree
that's-
with that.
I guess if that's really how you feel about it, Jay, you just say that,
Now,
man.
there is a problem with my team real quick. I have 4 guys in week 14 on a bye.
Oh, thank
Don't
God I
care.
only have 3.
Don't care. Oh, yeah.
Guys.
How do you face each other week 14?
Guys. I have said before, and Ben knows exactly who I'm going to pick when I say this. I have said before, I do not like this team's quarterback. I do not respect him. Right? I do not respect this guy whatsoever. But we are in a stacked offense. A stacked offense. And I really like what we got going on over here. And I'm shocked. I am currently shocked that you guys would draft the second receiver before the first. Welcome to the team, Keenan Allen.
Yeah,
That's
old
good.
head. Let's hope his legs last through the season.
He had an
He's
insane
not making
year
it through the
last
season.
year.
He's not making it through the season. There's no chance.
He's not
The
gonna be
shine off
schemed
his
to be
bald
open.
head is gonna blind his
Okay,
corners.
believe what you want to believe.
He's got a helmet on.
Go for it. Believe what you want
He's
to
not gonna be
believe.
schemed to be open. He's gonna be a decoy.
Believe what you want to believe. He will
No,
cook.
the
You
decoy
will
is
see it.
ridiculous, though.
You'll see it. He'll cook.
All right. So, I'm in a predicament now.
Why you want
So,
to Keenan
I
Allen?
could. No. Because on one hand, I could just bite my pride and just pick something that would be a much smarter pick. On the other hand, it would be very funny if Welcome to the Neighborhood did not include this man. So, even with the bottom 10 quarterback, even with the bottom 3 O-line, I think it's destiny that I go ahead and pick Cooper Kupp.
No, guys, we've been waiting for him to go off the board. Come on.
So
Ah.
Nice.
one of the main things we go through every year is running back depth with injuries, because for some reason it's almost as if they're running all over the field. I think the best running back on this board, without a doubt, should have been taken at least 3 rounds ago. James Cook.
That's
I
right.
think Cook is going to have a huge year. He's basically the only receiving. Kincaid's going to do solid, but I think James Cook is going to thrive with.
Well, guess what? I have good news for you, buddy, because you got another pick.
I do have another pick, and I'm going to take my quarterback in Anthony Richardson with the rushing upside.
I love it.
Wow.
I don't like him for my team, but compared to every other quarterback that's on that board, I love it. And
Another
honestly, for the
sneaky
pick that you got him at, if I was at your pick, I would have taken him too. I mean, I took Burrow from where I was, but like I would have taken him from the pick that you had, for sure.
Him or Jordan Love, I think.
I do have Jordan Love as my next quarterback.
Yeah.
All right, James. You did it dirty
right.
once. Are you gonna do him dirty again?
I mean, in complete honesty, after that stupid monologue, until like the last second, I was gonna pick Malik Neighbors anyway, but then I just picked Cooper Kupp, so that'd be funny. So I'm just gonna go with it now.
Yeah,
way too many
Malik
receivers, but
Neighbors is
I
gone.
Yeah.
have way too many receivers. I have like 5 receivers. I just
No,
did this
you
for the
you
bit,
got
but
4
Trade bait.
receivers.
You
You
got
got
trade
4
bait.
receivers.
I got I got trade bait for you, buddy.
No, you got 4 receivers. That's a fine
I
number.
need him on my
What?
team. Who do you want? CJ Stroud?
All right, Jake.
Yo.
I got a question for you. Earlier, we spoke a little bit about a running back, and we were talking about somebody's player of the week, and we brought up a quarterback who got injured, and you spoke to me about a running back who's going to be really good this year and have a lot of value, and it kind of caught my eye. Honestly, do you recall who that was?
I do, and he's staring me right in the face right now.
Yep. But guess what? You're not getting your hands on him. Welcome in, Aaron Jones.
And the thing
You
is,
brought
I'm
a
actually
light to
glad
my
you-
eye.
I'm glad you took him, because then that makes my decision a lot easier. And now, I'm just drafting for. I think most of us now are just drafting for depth. Besides James, who still doesn't have a quarterback. And I think, what do you want with depth in this draft, especially since this is a PPR league, right?
Yeah.
Commissioner.
Exactly.
Crazy if it wasn't.
Yeah. It is.
So this is a
Okay.
PPR league, and I'm looking at the receivers, and everyone's been saying there's so much receiver depth, and I agree. Which means I'm not going to draft a receiver yet. I'm going to take some of the mid-tier to low-tier running backs because they're going to start disappearing. And I look at all these guys, and I say, who out of all these guys scores the most touchdowns? Well,
Demont.
that's the guy
Monty.
that gets it when he's
Wow.
within the goal line. That's David Montgomery.
Wow, Monty.
Oh.
I would have taken Monty too on my next pick. That hurts. All right, Gabe. Malik Neighbors isn't there to affect your draft anymore.
Is not.
Mine
Unfortunately.
neither.
I just need a tight end. I'm trying to convince myself that Kyle Pitts would have a good year. I take him every single year, and it just never works out. So I'm gonna go Dalton Kincaid. Just plain simple.
That's like
Wow.
getting off of a
Patty, that was Patty's guy, dude.
Nah, I wasn't gonna pick him. For being
Stop
honest,
queuing up Jerome Ford, dude. What are you doing?
dude.
Nick
Nick Chubb, backup legend.
Sean's. It's Sean's pick. Sean, you're muted right now.
I'll be honest. Look at the teams. I think Sean's got the best team so far.
You're good. You're good. It is your pick, Sean.
All right, so I agree with Jake. What Jake just said. There's a lot of receiver depth. A lot of the best running backs are now off the board. We're getting to that tier. We're getting to that like mid-tier of running backs, and pretty soon there's going to be a pretty sharp fall off. So what I'm looking at here, the three, or I guess four guys that are listed as those mid-tier guys: Jonathan Brooks, DeAndre Swift, James Conner, and James Conner. But I'm looking at DeAndre Swift. You figure he didn't get a lot of touchdowns last year. Playing on the Eagles, had the tush push to deal with.
He still had a good year.
He did. He 100% did. He's going to be playing with a rookie quarterback. He's probably going to get a lot of opportunities at the goal line. I'm looking at him to have a big year, so I'll draft him from my bench.
It's a great pick.
There's so much running back depth on that team, though.
Yeah.
That is a great pick.
My strategy when it comes to running back is I'm looking at the teams that just don't have guys I like depth-wise. So I look at the Commanders, and some people might argue, Austin Eckler is washed. I'm sorry, he does not exist in my book. He's washed.
No,
Brian Robinson Jr. was really good, but I'm looking at the Cincinnati team, and I think they're going to be in the red zone a lot. And I'm looking at one of my boys from last year who in spurts, he was scoring a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, he hasn't had that number one role before. And some people are saying, Chase Brown, as an Eagles fan, I know his brother, Zach, his brother is on our team.
I love Sidney Brown. That's my guy.
I'm just stuck here, though, because I really like David Njoku. So I'm going to let Patty make some decisions for me and take David Njoku. Because David Njoku is a really great tight end.
Well, Patty, you don't have a tight end yet.
Smart pick, because I didn't have a tight end yet. And obviously
Mr.
that's the top on the board. Kyle Pitts is quite the intriguing guy.
Listen. This is going to be the first year with no more Arthur Smith.
Yeah,
the first year this dude could finally show off his talents. I'm so excited about Kyle Pitts.
Is that I do have other tight ends in mind, and I feel like they could fall a bit.
So I don't know if
So I mean, I am looking up. I'm looking at that rookie season for him. He had over 1,000 yards. I mean, that's just staring me in the face. And production kind of fell off from there. Definitely picked up a little bit last year. So yeah, let's do it. I mean, it's already round 8. Let's take Kyle Pitts.
You were just talking about George Kittle, man. You did George Kittle dirty. Yeah,
I don't want George Kittle.
All right, but you didn't have to do him. You didn't have to do him dirty, man.
I really don't care for George Kittle personally. And now it's really just up to what other flex option I want to draft. I already have.
Someone draft T.J. Hawkinson.
I already got Ramondre Stevenson and Zay Flowers as backups. So, you know what? I think I'm gonna go with Nico Collins. Actually, no, I'm not. Change that. Ooh. That's my fourth. That would be my fourth player with a week 14 bye. So we're not gonna pick Nico Collins. I fake out there a little bit. Instead, we are going to pick.
Best receiver on the board?
It's not T. Higgins.
Not T. Higgins. Yep.
It's Amari Cooper, baby.
Yep. That is a phenomenal pick from you, Patty. A lot better than the Zay Flowers pick, I will tell you that.
You never know.
Well, that didn't really help me much because I need to take a running back here, and you didn't take any of them. I guess I don't need to take a running back here. I could just go BPA, which I might do. It's difficult. It's very difficult because I feel like all of these running backs are.
What's
just
your idea with BPA?
I mean, I think the best players are a wide receiver.
At that point, just go kicker.
I've done it before. I usually take kicker.
Chris Godwin's
but the guy I usually take in Justin Tucker, I don't think is going to be kicking many field goals this year.
Dude, Chris Godwin's such an intriguing pick.
It is, but I can't. I look at this wide receiver room, and it really, really intrigues me. I don't really know.
Davis? What?
I'm really stuck here. I don't know who I want.
Jaden Reed.
I
He's dog. That kid's good. You suck. You suck.
I need a running back. I had to. Even though it doesn't really work very well with my buys, like I was going the guy I think is going to do the best.
You suck. All right. Well, Sean, it is back to you again.
Yeah, I don't. Okay, I lied. I don't need a receiver. I have a receiver. I have a receiver. I have 3 receivers. One of them is in my flex spot, but I know Patty was very close to taking Nico. And couldn't do it because of the bye situation.
Yeah,
I'm feeling that way.
Mistake.
I'm eyeing Calvin Ridley a little bit. The thing is, I already have 2 players with week 5 buys. For that, I'm not big on Will Levis. It's going to be Calvin Ridley's first year in Tennessee. It's just it feels too risky to me. Then you also have T. Higgins, who he's going to get lost in the sauce with Jamar Chase. That's kind of been the situation his whole career. He's a very talented receiver, but he's just never been the number 1, so he doesn't get as many targets. That being said, I think Nico has the upside. I think he has the chance to not just be a one-hit wonder. I'll take that upside on my bench.
I love Nico Collins. I like that pick. Definitely. That's a good pick. Who's up? Gabe.
I was going
You're
Nico
smiling.
Collins.
You got a real big grin on your face right
No,
now.
I'm just frustrated. I was gonna go Nico Collins, but
There's still
I'm
some
such
good
an
receivers
idiot.
on the
I'm
board.
such
Yeah.
an idiot.
Calvin Ridley is so up in the air, I feel like. But at this point, I'm not going to be starting him. So, I mean, if he starts to somehow play consistent, then it's probably worth it. So,
This was Calvin Ridley on the Falcons. I would have loved that pick, but if you
Yeah,
go for
well,
it now, I don't know
that
how I
would have
feel.
gone a lot earlier than that if this was Falcons Calvin Ridley. But we're dealing with Titans Calvin Ridley, who's going to be on my team.
Wow. I would have never picked him. I'm going to be so honest with you.
All right.
I mean, he's not starting, so I figured why not.
I had to start fishing for a new player so I can now change my team name.
Jake.
I took a running back for my
Do
first
you
bet
have
spot.
tight
last
end
pick.
yet?
I do. I took Mark Andrews, and the crowd went silent.
Oh, yeah, you
do.
You
Yeah,
need
actually, it was a good
another.
pick.
Crowd
You
went
need
mild.
another receiver, my friend.
You're right. I do. I took a running back for my last depth spot, and I was looking at Nico Collins, and I was like, if he falls to me, I might pick him because in case Tank Dell doesn't get targeted, Nico Collins will get those targets. But then I realized the bye week situation would be awful, so I need a guy to switch that up a little bit. And there goes my pick because he's also week 14. I was looking at Scary Terry. I love Scary Terry. I think he's really good. I usually pick him every year. But my pick is now changing because he's also week 14. And like Patty, I have too many people.
I would
there.
see it. I pulled him off my list because of that too.
Yeah. So it's between Christian Kirk and Deontay Johnson, 2 number 1 receivers. And I have to go Christian Kirk here.
I like that. I do like Christian Kirk. It's a good pick.
That was a Hail Mary pick too. That was just I came up with that because Terry McLaurin is on a week 14 bye.
This is tough. This is tough for me, man. There's dang it. See, there's a certain guy that I want to pick because of like bye weeks and stuff, but it hurts. I had this guy in one of my leagues last year, and I mean, in my opinion, it's an underrated pick. I don't think anybody on here is gonna like this pick. I think all you guys are gonna look at me and laugh. But like, I like him. I believe in him. I think he's gonna do just fine. Welcome to the team, Najee Harris.
Really?
Ooh, bad pick.
Really?
Bad pick.
That's a bad pick. He's
That's-
not even gonna be. He's not even the number one
That's
running back on that team, bro.
That's awful. Jalen Warren's going to get more snaps.
Yeah.
He had 1,000
All
yards
right,
last
well,
year. People
Chris,
thought Jalen
Chris.
Warren had more touches than he
Chris.
had 1,000 yards last year.
Take it from somebody who drafted him last year and dropped him in week 2.
Me too. Me
That's
too.
I
Hey,
did. Well, guess
up
what?
top.
Guess
Stand up
what?
top.
You want to know what I did? You want to know what I did? I didn't drop him. I traded for him.
That's,
What, in the last 3 weeks? Oh, you were in the championship, right? So I guess it kind of mattered.
I did. I did go to the championship with Najee Harris.
I traded Damian Pierce for him, but that kind of worked out for me.
I traded like someone
Return
really, really
specialist.
bad that I
Damian
can't
Pierce.
remember of at all. I traded someone really bad. You know what? You know who I traded for him actually? Now that I recall, Miles Sanders.
Yeah. That's not bad.
It's not bad at all.
All right.
It's such an upgrade.
Dark horse offensive player of the year
So-
last year. Was that what people were saying?
If you guys thought that was a bad pick, I can't wait to see your reaction to this one. Actually, no, that was a much worse pick than this is gonna be because he's gonna be ready by like week 5. I mean, he's definitely gonna start later down the line. I just need running back because bye week stuff. So I think I'm just gonna bite the bullet and just go with Jonathan Brooks. Take the risk.
good
He's
pick.
gonna be ready by like week 6. I
thought it was like 4.
I hope so at least because bye week. but
All right.
yeah, hopefully he'll be getting carries.
That's
by
a
week 6.
valid pick,
I don't know.
man.
Hey, there's no
see.
better pick than a good running back on an awful team.
Yeah, I think we can all agree we're all at that point where we're just trying to get depth for receivers and running backs. So I think I'm gonna split hairs and go receiver, running back here. I think there's a couple options for running backs, and I have one guy that,
I think you need a receiver.
yeah, well, his name's Chris Godwin.
I love that pick.
Okay,
Nice.
good pick.
I actually love that pick.
He
Are you
just
gonna
got,
be the first person to
he
take a
moved-
backup quarterback?
What's that?
Are you gonna be the first person to take a backup quarterback?
Absolutely not.
Chris just wants us to be a
Who took
2-quarterback league.
Does
There's a
James
couple
even have a quarterback?
I really
He does.
like,
He has Anthony Richardson.
yeah, I got Richardson. I really like James Conner, but I have McBride and Harrison, so I probably shouldn't do that. That being said, I think I'm going to take another flyer on Zamir White.
Damn it!
Wow.
Nice.
Wow.
One of
I don't
them,
think I would have
Alexander
made
Madison
that
is a
pick.
backup.
The only running
Alexander
back.
Madison is as a backup, and he
Well,
also
Zim-
did great the last
Is
4 games. of the
James
season.
gonna take a backup quarterback?
Zamir White's my fourth running
Bro,
back.
nobody's taking a backup quarterback.
That's
this
a
early,
great
dude.
4th option.
Chris can. Go
I-
ahead, Chris. Take it back to
I
quarterback.
might as well take a look at him. I mean, I might as well. I might as well just follow what you said. I didn't really think about this pick. This one kind of snuck up on me because I was interested in what he had to say in the last pick. But I guess I'm just gonna go with Jordan Love, just off the fact that I need backup quarterback and I
He
believe
took a
in him.
backup quarterback.
Okay.
It's
I
not a
mean,
bad
I don't
pick,
know.
guys.
It's- With
It's
the I already have okay bench room. I might as well before it.
Took the right guy.
Guys,
Took the right
I
guy.
mean, that's like
Fellas.
the 9th best QB available. That's a pretty good pick.
fellas,
We'll see.
That's great.
Listen up. There was a guy that I was gonna pick before Najee, but I didn't know if he was gonna still be around, and I didn't pick him because of the bye situation. But now that I have Najee to throw in as a replacement, right? Why not go with the guy that I wanted beforehand, who also had 1,000 yards last season, Tony Pollard?
Oh.
Ew.
Oh.
Tajay Spears is winning that.
Bro, why are you
Okay.
picking backup running backs? I don't.
They're not backups.
All right.
He's not a backup when you pay him that much. He's not a backup. I
That's-
trust
The
me.
Titans had to spend money somewhere.
So
He's not
right
a backup.
now,
I promise you that.
right now I'm in a situation where I'm kind of flip-flopping between running back and receiver depth. And somebody already took Jonathan Brooks, who is injured to start the season.
James
And I'm
took
looking
him.
at another guy that's going to be injured to start the season, but he should return this year. And he's also come back from this same type of injury once before. I'm going Nick Chubb. He's going to help me.
I
This
was
is not
thinking-
the
I was-
same.
That's such a
It's
good
not
pick.
the
I was gonna
same.
take him. I was gonna
His
take
leg
him.
is now dead.
I was gonna take him
Second
because
leg.
Whoa.
It's a really high risk, high reward pick.
It is, and he's just going to help me further down the line. I already have my number one backup running back in David Montgomery. He's going to help me down the line.
In this league, that's a good pick.
That's a phenomenal pick. I love it.
In this league, with how shallow it is, that is a great pick.
I'm between two guys. I'm just looking for depth at running back. Oh yeah, I didn't even see that bye week wise. I'm going Jalen Warren.
Nice.
Good pick.
Yeah.
The starting-
I
the
was
starting
I was
running back,
actually looking at Najee, but
Why
I
would
mean, like, why would I don't. Yeah, I mean,
why
obviously
take
now I
Jalen
can't.
Warren?
But yeah, sorry, Chris.
Javonte Williams is right there, bro.
I was thinking about it.
Ooh, Devin
But,
Singletary's
can't do
still
that.
there.
That would be an interesting one.
I mean, he's a starter.
True.
He
Yes,
is a
he is
starter.
one.
I've already got a running back and a receiver on my bench. I was looking Scary Terry, and I'm tempted.
Mhm.
The thing is, I already have a receiver on my bench with a Week 14 bye. That's a little tricky to manage there. In case one of my starters gets hurt. But I'm looking at tight end right now, and I could easily get some insurance with some George Kittle, and it's. I feel like I'm gonna regret this. I feel like I probably should, keep at the receiver and running back depth for now, but I'm gonna go with what my gut's saying. I'm gonna pick George
Ben,
Kittle.
stop. Oh,
Damn it.
That was literally my pick lined up. I was trying not
Don't
to
say
show it.
damn it.
That's
no,
who I was
no,
gonna
hold
pick.
on.
Patty,
Hold on.
Patty, you
hold on.
hated him though.
Before we move
Yeah,
on,
no.
Patty, don't say damn it because you had like
No, I
5
will say,
opportunities.
a backup, if I pick Kyle Pitts, one of the most unsure
True.
hit or miss tight ends, and I could get George Kittle as a backup, you're going to tell me I can't be upset
I
at
don't
that?
want to hear it from you. I don't want to hear it from you. You hate him. You had
Well,
5
I guess we'll-
opportunities.
I'm not taking the advice from a guy that picked 2 Eagles first.
I don't care. I don't care. You'll see when I win. You'll see when I win.
Okay.
I'm coming
Uh,
in.
I have a lot of players on my queue because I'm very indecisive. I like Jerome Ford as an option as a backup running back.
Wait until Chubb comes back.
The thing is, I don't know when Chubb is coming back, and it's hard. I don't think I'm gonna go him right
Is
now.
that Ezekiel Elliott?
For Nick Chubb, if he starts the year,
I think I'm
on
gonna
the-
go. I'm gonna go incredibly risky here. I'm gonna go wide receiver. I'm gonna go Green Bay. I'm going Jaden Reed because I really think that offense is gonna
Whoa.
produce, and he's just their best volume receiver. I really think Christian Watson is their most talented receiver, but I just don't trust him to not get hurt.
So, Patty, you need a tight
Yeah.
end. Are you gonna go
Not
with
necessarily.
you gonna go with the Birds tight end?
No, I'm not going to pick Goddard. That's dumb.
Boo.
Starting off, I'm going to go with James Conner. Hurt for
Oh,
a bit
great
last
pick.
year.
Great pick.
Hurt for a bit last year. Had a great
Was looking
end of
for
the
him.
season. Now, the question is, I already have 2 wide receivers on my bench. I don't know if I want to pick another one because there are a few tight ends.
This dude's already
I'm
queuing up
interested in.
defenses and
Uh,
kickers.
I got a few.
What the?
I mean, I was thinking. I'll
What?
be honest. I was thinking about picking Christian Watson, but I don't know why. Just
I don't
Jaden
like
leading
Christian
pick right
Watson
there
this
has kind
year.
of turned me off from it. So let's go with the highest rated guy left on the board, in my opinion, and I think he'll have a breakout year. I don't think he'll be there when I pick him. That's the only, my next pick, and that's the only reason why I'm taking him this early. Let's take Jackson Smith and Jigba.
Nice.
What?
Nice.
Well,
what?
I don't know
Yep.
how this guy fell to me because he's the number 1 receiver on this Super Bowl, arguably the number 1 receiver on the arguably the Super
Was-
Bowl favorites.
He's got a few charges to his name if it's who I'm picking.
Wow. Whoa.
Oh,
does.
Kadarius Toney. Oh, whoa.
But this guy
Oh,
produced
but-
last year. And I know they picked up Xavier Worthy and he might take, but I think
Justin
G.
Watson?
Rice-
What about Hollywood Brown?
and the thing is, well, Hollywood Brown,
Cornell Powell.
I don't know what's what's up with him. We don't know how long he's going to be out for. And honestly, Hollywood Brown, while he's produced, I don't like him in fantasy. He's injury prone and he's not a volume receiver. Rashee Rice is a volume receiver for me. And the week 6 bye is kind of a big deal because there's like for some reason there's a lot of week 12 and week 14 buys. I don't know if that's just like the teams we're taking, but week 6 that gives me a lot more flexibility. So I'm gonna take Rashee Rice.
Like it.
All
See,
right.
that makes me mad because I was eyeing Rashee Rice for a while. That's a really good pick.
What's the pick here, Sean?
Okay, so I really want to go receiver here. Just stack up on some more receiver depth. I really want to take Terry. Like I really, really, really do. It's just I don't like to have 2 receivers on my bench with week 14 buys. Like that's tough. So it's just like, and looking at other options, there are some other options here. I do have some flexibility. I don't Christian Watson's a name. Problem is Adams has a week 10 bye as well. I have Josh Jacobs who also has a week 10 bye. So I do need some flexibility here. And Marquise Brown's a name. Deontay Johnson is a name. The thing is, I'm not a Bryce Young guy. I don't even though Johnson's a great receiver. I'm not big into Bryce Young. So he's been on the board for a while. He's offense. I'm going T. Higgins on my bench.
Dang it. That sucks. I was waiting for him to come back around. Gabe.
This quick. I need a backup tight end. I feel like there's not really too many guys on here that could have like a massive, like could be my starter at some point in the year, except for the rookie, except that his quarterback situation is questionable to say the least.
Yeah. Go Dogs.
I'm still going Brock Bowers. I don't know. I mean, I feel like if anyone's gonna potentially become a starting tight end on my team, it's gonna be him.
Go Dogs, Gabe. Go Dogs.
All right.
Yes,
I have no
sir.
idea what's happening here. I'm getting hit by the week 14 bye monster. Apparently, every single player has week 14 bye because I was about to draft Javonte Williams because I love Javonte Williams, but he also has a bye on week 14 somehow. And with my last pick, I drafted Nick Chubb, so I think I still just need some more insurance at running back. And there's two guys that I'm looking at that I honestly just might flip a coin with, and I'm going to be honest, either Zach Moss or Raheem Mostert.
Or Devin Singletary.
I have David Montgomery, who's already splitting time with another running back. So I don't think I want to do that to myself and put Raheem Mostert just to see, like, guess who's going to be starting one day and who's going to get more carries. So I'm going to pick Zach Moss because I think he's going to start for the Bengals.
That's a good pick.
All right. This is tough. This is a tough pick for me here. I really like what I got going with my team and stuff. But
I'm glad you do, at least, Chris.
man, oh man. I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna go with a receiver. And there's a guy that I've been eyeing up. He's kind of been hiding more towards the bottom a little bit. I think some people are gonna get salty by this. Yeah, Brandon Coffey, totally. I feel like this pick feels like a James pick, but I'm gonna take Jordan Addison.
Ooh.
Okay, buddy.
All right. So I'm actually kind of mad about that because I was eyeing him up a little bit.
I knew you were.
But yeah, I know. I had him on my not on my queue, but I had him like I had the wide receiver thing open just for him. But looking at my previous, I mean, I have Karen Williams and Kenneth Walker running back. Jonathan Brooks to my bench. I'm feeling good about him later in the season, but just I don't know when his carries are gonna pick up. I don't know if I'm just a little bit worried about his usage after recovering from the ACL, and especially with I mean, Chuba Hubbard's not really a threat, I would say, but I feel like he could still take away some carries early in the season while he touches the field for the first time. So while there's almost no one left on the board, but I think Tajay Spears will end up getting the starting job over Tony Pollard, and he's not the only one left on the draft board. I don't know. I feel like it could happen, and if I
Definitely, it is a possibility.
If I take a gamble on Jonathan Brooks and I'm taking a gamble on Tajay Spears,
have fun with that.
Gambler's
it's
mentality.
Tony Pollard barely did anything with a good offensive line last year.
Yeah, you see what I did there, James? How I said it's gonna go so south for you. You know, they're both in the south. You know,
nice.
AFC and NFC South. AFC and NFC South. Preston, you got back-to-back picks here, dude.
Yeah, I got one guy in my queue right now.
I think you should take the top guy on the board. I don't think you should sit there anymore.
He's up there, but Jake was debating between my two guys, Zach Moss and Raheem Mostert, and I was going to take whoever he did take. So I'm going to take Raheem Mostert.
Okay.
I think what he did last year
was crazy.
Yeah, but he's just going to continue to do that.
Gonna throw it out there. He was an Eagle at first.
Yeah.
And did not do that for us.
I don't think he played a snap for the Eagles, except on special teams.
I probably should get a receiver, but I think there's enough receivers there for when I come back around, I can grab another one. So I'm gonna grab the guy I think who could take my starting tight end position, Ferguson, for the Cowboys.
Okay.
Dang it.
All right. James.
All right, and with that, I don't know. Looking at my board, I have stuff filled out of my bench. The only thing
Ben thinks you're taking Devin Singletary. Obviously,
really? I think. Ben's looking at the Super Bowl favorite right now. That's what he's doing.
That's what he. Yeah.
You mean the
number one
Giants?
Number one opportunity. So I just need to kind of fill out my bench. So as much as it pains me to do this. Oh, actually, never mind. I was gonna take Goddard, but he's got the same bye week as Laporta, so I'm just gonna go.
That's a good decision.
I can't go one down the board. I'm not drafting Pat Freiermuth. Get out of here. I'm just gonna reset, and yeah, this is controversial, but I feel like he can't do wrong. He's been wishy-washy.
He took DeAndre Hopkins. If you guys don't know, after he took Tajay Spears.
Listen.
You took back-to-back Browns. That's crazy.
Hear me out.
Would you rather have AJ Brown and Saquon Barkley or Tajay Spears?
Not with the top pick. Not with the top pick.
It's round 13.
Big guy over
here.
Yeah, that's a crazy comp. Picking round 1 to round 13.
Guess what? There's 3 people in here. Wait, hold on. Let me rephrase. Gabe, were you there when we did the draft show at the tavern near my house? Were you there for that or no?
I don't think so.
No,
I thought he might have been there. All right, so then there's 4 people in this room right now. I don't know if Patty and Sean know as much. I know Jake and Ben definitely know who I'm gonna take. There is a guy that I said is going to be the best out of this draft class. The best. And I'm so happy that he is still on my board.
It better not
people
be
are like,
up right now.
People are like, oh, Caleb Williams is that guy.
That's crazy, bro.
People are saying that Caleb Williams is that guy. Well,
Chris,
guess what? No, he's not, and he has an attitude problem. Jaden Daniels.
That's crazy.
That's my backup QB.
That's actually crazy that you pick him over Dak Prescott. That's just straight up disrespectful, dude.
Dak Prescott sucks.
And now, I have a thing that Chris doesn't do, which is draft players that are on rival teams.
Bro, oh my God.
Favorite.
What do you mean? Jaden Daniels literally is a rival.
Okay, yeah,
but compared to the Giants and Cowboys,
okay, so let me ask you this. Oh, wait, hold on. Let me ask you a question though. Real quick. When CeeDee Lamb leaves, the team, right? Who's Dak Prescott throwing to?
CD isn't leaving this year though.
Very-
That's the thing. So it doesn't matter. Who cares?
Okay.
You don't know that. And if he
Well,
does, who's
Jerry
Dak
Jones
throwing
doesn't
to?
sign people. There's
I
no way
need-
he's trading anyone.
At least Jaden
Exactly.
Daniels has some weapons.
It's just a smokescreen. CeeDee Lamb's just a smokescreen. He's going to sign.
All right.
What
I
was besides
need-
Terry?
A backup tight
Who
end.
does he have besides Terry? Brian Robinson Jr.?
That's a
need-
running back.
About?
Running back. I
He
need a
can
backup
still
tight
target
end.
him. He can catch,
and-
and he's got
The bye week.
Jahan Dotson.
The bye week for this backup tight end is week 5. It's going to screw over this team long term in the season, I think. It's Dallas Goedert.
It's not a bad tight end pick at all. I think the biggest concern with Goddard is injuries. Like he's been hurt the past couple of years for pretty long stretches
I
of
think
time.
he
Just
is
like-
a good safety
And just
blanket
targets
for
in general too.
injuries.
Like there's
Yeah.
so many good offensive players. You know, how many targets is he going to get? Truly, that's a
Yeah.
real question mark. But
I
great
think-
player.
With that tight end, I think there's a drop off besides Hawkinson, who's going to start the season hurt. I think there's a drop off from every other tight end.
Yeah, I don't even know if I'm drafting another tight end to be honest with you.
Yeah,
Albert O?
I was
Yeah,
really
Albert O.
confused there because I thought Ben's screen was Jake's and that he was gonna take Dak Prescott. And I was like looking for another quarterback. So as much as I don't want to be the guy to take the Cowboys quarterback, I mean I need somebody that during week 14 when Lamar doesn't play, I need somebody that I know I can start and like won't have or shouldn't have issues with. So I'm going Dak.
He's gonna throw like 5 picks.
He definitely is. But at least I'll have confidence going into that week. You know?
Oh, that is funny, man.
All right.
That is
As
funny.
as for me, I feel like I need one more running back, and
Don't dare take who I want.
I'm eyeing 2 guys right now.
Devin Singletary.
Yeah, well, it's two running backs from division rivals. You got Singletary, got Austin Eckler, who has really fell off last year, but he has a reputation as a touchdown merchant. He can rack up fantasy points if need be. But I think Singletary's upside is higher.
J.K. Dobbins?
I feel
That's a
I
James
do
pick,
like
though.
Dobbins, but Singletary, I think especially in this Giants offense, I think he could be a big focal point of their offense, with Daniel Jones not being very good and having your number 1 receiver be a rookie. So I think we could see a big year from Devin Singletary. I'll take him to be the last running back on my bench. So
Bro,
Ooh, the
that's
best
great.
number 26 the Giants ever had. Let's go.
Dude,
So-
that's exactly who I was gonna take.
Yeah,
like, this
okay.
whole time. I'm
You
so
just
serious.
spit
Look,
on the name of Orleans Darkwa.
he was on my. So here's
No, I'm not saying yeah, okay to you. I'm saying yeah, okay to Jake for saying that's the best 26
So-
he ever had.
my next pick. I'm taking a kicker. So Patty, if that helps you, if you want to take a kicker, I'm taking a kicker next pick. I don't care what you guys
No,
say.
you're not. I dare you.
I am.
I dare you.
Good.
I swear I am. 100%.
All right, go for it.
So I'm deciding between Roma Dunze because I feel like Keenan Allen's gonna get hurt and Roma Dunze is just an amazing
Yo,
receiver.
Why are you
Also,
wishing
that
bad on my
connection-
players?
I'm not wishing bad. I just think he is because he's injured.
Yo,
The connection between those two. I think,
you're
is
lucky I got
massive, too.
Jordan Addison
then-
and DK
And then I have
Metcalf
Jerome
too.
Ford, who I had last year, put up solid production. I don't know what's gonna happen in that backfield, so I'm gonna take a risk here. When's their bye week? Let me just double check when their bye week is. Week 7. That works. I'm gonna go Roma
Roshan
Dunze.
Johnson.
Nice. I was looking at him.
Yeah, take the guy who has fifth he's gonna get the 5th targets on the team.
What?
You know what's funny?
Bro, it's Cole
Uh,
Kmet. There's
I was
Cole
thinking
Kmet
about
had
picking a
so many
kicker.
targets last year. He's so good.
All right, wait.
They got him.
Let
Well,
Patty
all right.
take his pick, bro.
You know, I was thinking about taking a kicker, and
It's the time. This is the perfect time to take a kicker.
yeah, I know it is the time. And this little rookie here, led the league by like 20 fantasy points, and I mean I feel like it's stupid not to pick him, so I'm gonna pick Brandon Aubrey
So
of the
many
Dallas
missed extra
Cowboys.
points,
Ben, I got a
bro.
question
So
for
many
you,
missed
Mr.
extra points.
Commissioner.
What's up?
He only needs to make him
How
in the
many-
regular season.
How many IL spots did you give us?
I didn't change it. It's whatever the default is. It's probably
Oh,
just
What's
one.
that?
After this.
Is it 1?
It's one or two. I don't really know.
Can we have two?
Whenever the
And for
default is,
the-
that's what I haven't said
Are you
to.
gonna draft 2 injured players now?
I believe the default is 1.
I'm gonna pick another injured player.
The
Kyle
def-
Pitts doesn't have a bye week until week 12, and this guy's expected to
Oh.
be out until week 4 to
Nice.
6. So
But I
let's
think we
get
should have two.
TJ Hawkinson in this as
Nice.
well.
I thought you. Oh
If I
wait,
wanted
no,
to be a
you
real
wanted
cool guy,
George
I named my
Kittle.
team
You wanted
TJ
George
Hawk
Kittle.
Tua.
Well, this is ironic. I always overdraft this man. I've played in about 11 fantasy football leagues I actually care about, and in 10 of them I have drafted this guy at kicker because my first year ever playing fantasy football,
Jake,
I won the
Jake,
league.
Jake.
I won the league because of this man. He was on my team. He was a legend. And Justin Forsett. If you know that guy, you're a true football fan. Carried me to a league championship. If you know, you know. The GOAT.
Nice.
I have to take the GOAT. I wanted to take Youngway, cool, but I just had to take the GOAT.
All right. He is the
I told
GOAT.
you, Chris. I told you I was taking a kicker, Chris. I don't know why you thought I was capping.
I didn't think it was time for kickers yet.
We're getting
is.
there. I'm not quite there yet, but we're getting there.
I'm not there yet either.
Kicker is really important.
He's just staring at you, Sean.
For me, okay, for me right now, it's time to get my backup QB, and there's a few routes I can go right now. Brock Purdy he's just going to accumulate stats in the 49ers system. I think he's going to have a bit of a drop-off year personally. I think he'll still have good stats, but
I just realized there's an absolute stud in the quarterbacks that are left. That's wild.
there's a couple good options here. Caleb Williams is the high risk, high reward type of pick here.
Throw him in the trash.
I'm not Aaron Rodgers. I think Aaron Rodgers could have like a terrible year. Like he's 40 years old, coming off a torn Achilles. He wasn't very good in his last year with Green Bay.
Ben, go up like 3 and cue that guy up. That's the guy that I was talking about.
It's a very tough one.
Down. No,
Dude, you don't have to
that's not
let him
it.
talk.
I'm going Brock Purdy here. Just
obviously.
based on it's safe. Always gonna get good stats in
204.
so.
All I'm saying is, if I was a betting man, I would say Sean is the favorite currently. That's
204. Pick 204.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I'm looking at another rookie here.
No, you're not.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, it's all depth at this point. Like, it's probably only gonna play once or
Just betting
twice.
against me.
Lad, you're getting
I'm going
another
Lad.
dog?
Oh,
I'm
never
going-
mind.
You're going dogs twice?
Yep.
All right.
All right.
Go dogs, baby.
This is around
like
the time
it.
where I start looking for my backup QB, but I see 3 potential four number one wide receivers on the board right now.
Can you just take Terry already? Don't
That's
even go on with your
Terry,
spiel.
Deontay Johnson, Christian Watson, Cortland Sutton. And I'm looking at these guys, and I can't pick Sutton or McLaurin because the week 14 bye is scary. And I remember last year with the Panthers, Adam Thielen went off, and he was their number one receiver. Bryce Young knows how to find the number one receiver. Their new number one, Deontay Johnson. I'm going with it.
All right. Okay. I still want to fill out my depth, and it's been quite a while since I've taken a tight end, and there's a guy that I was eyeing up, and James for some reason decided to trash him, and I don't know why. He didn't even do anything to you, man.
Pat Fryermuth?
What did Pat Fryermuth do to
Yeah.
you? What did he do to you?
I was thinking about him before I picked Hawkinson.
I would take Fryermuth as my starter in a couple leagues. I'm not gonna lie.
I like Pat Fryermuth. I don't mind it.
I've also
I
never
needed more
made
depth.
playoffs in my life, so I don't know who.
Guys, we're
and,
down to 3 rounds left.
Bouncing right off of that, I think that it's time for me to go kicker. And with that, I hate this man with all of my being. I seen him hit. What was it? A 61-yarder against us. That was the Odell dog fire hydrant game.
Carson Wentz game check.
Hey,
Oh,
guys,
there it is.
wait, where is it?
Hey, all I'm saying is he missed a field goal and an extra point in the first preseason game.
Yeah,
so
throwback to me and Mr. Jake Elliott. Love that guy. Love that guy.
I'm gonna be that guy. I'm gonna take Terry McLaurin. I think it's a
Yeah, wait. Why
Yeah,
did I not show this off earlier? I should have showed that off earlier.
Can't see it.
Congrats,
You
dude.
could see it.
You picked the
Yeah,
T-shirt
okay.
instead.
Yeah, I think there's two more up on the board. Christian Watson and Terry McLaurin.
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna follow whoever fell. I was gonna take whoever fell to me. I didn't think they would both fall to me. I'm gonna take McLaurin with my first pick, and then
All right. I was gonna take him if he was there, but
I do agree there are a couple quarterbacks sitting there. But I think I got to take upside because I got Richardson as my starting quarterback, so I'm going to take another big rookie upside player.
Wow.
I didn't think he was gonna get drafted. I was gonna take him with my last
Disgusting.
pick. I was gonna take him with my last pick.
disgusting pick.
And I think I'm gonna join you on that upside rookie bandwagon, because I just think that I don't know, playing on a team, the Super Bowl favorite. We have Bowman. Super Bowl favorites. Yeah. So I'm just gonna bounce off that bandwagon, going Xavier Worthy. I think he has a lot of upside.
Wow.
I like that.
If it lets me draft.
I thought you were gonna go after Trey
There it is.
Benson.
Oh.
No, you didn't take him yet.
Wait. There it is.
Hey.
There it is.
Guess what, guys? I want another running back because I only have 4, and I want to have another one. I want to have 5.
You only have 4.
4 receivers. I have 5. I have 5 receivers, 4 running backs. I want to have 5 and 5. And there's a running back that I really am eyeing up. Open up that running back screen for me, Ben. Please. Thank you. No, get that off the screen. Look at Mr. 110.
Yeah.
Do we forget
The Gus
about who
Bus.
this guy is? Gus the Bus? Do we forget about what he did last year, guys?
Let's get
Dude, that's a
over
great
by
pick, honestly. With that offense, I think he's gonna do good things. So I
Guys.
like Chris.
Gus the Bus. Give him to me.
Keep in mind, J.K. Dobbins does not have a third Achilles tear.
Bro, J.K. Dobbins is not going to do anything.
All right. At this point, I'm drafting either defense, kicker, or backup quarterback. The 2 top kickers got taken, and now I just take who I think is the 3rd best kicker in the league, and that's Fairbairn.
I agree.
All right. I'm also gonna go kicker. I see myself as having 2 options here. I can go boring kicker or exciting kicker. And I'll preface this by saying I don't agree with his off-field antics, but I do agree with his on-field antics, if you know what I'm saying. So I'm gonna go Harrison Butker.
Damn,
that
that
pick.
guy's booty.
I was thinking Butker as a possibility, but when you look at the top guy on the board, Evan McPherson, he can, he can miss the occasional kick, but he can kick bombs. He's kicked 60+ yarders before. I'll go Evan McPherson as my kicker.
Ooh,
We're going. It's defense time.
it is defense time, and I kind of want to be ahead of the bell curve.
No.
So I'm taking the Cleveland Browns defense.
No.
I like to be ahead of the
Why?
bell curve.
Okay.
I hope I don't have to drop them the whole season. That's my goal there. That's my goal there. I don't
Okay,
care about
well, I
backup
mean-
quarterback or backup tight end. Like I can get those last. Like I don't care.
Who does the 49ers play this year? What division do the NFC West play this year?
NFC East.
What's the Ooh.
Yeah, that's why I didn't pick them because I risky.
Okay, then let's take a quick look at the Baltimore Ravens. I see. Oh, okay. They play the East as well, but they also play one of the worst. Actually, they don't play one of the worst divisions in football. They play quite literally the most stacked one.
That's
Okay.
quite true.
Let's do a quick another look up
Did
before
the
I
Ravens
make
play
any.
the only NFC quarterback to ever beat him, Daniel Jones?
Okay.
All
Okay,
right, listen. We know
we're gonna
you want the
go
Giants defense.
We're gonna get the New York Jets, the Jets, Jets. And that's
bad.
mainly just off of schedule, me liking their schedule the most. And now I'm at a bit of a crossroads because I'm not going to pick another. I'm probably going to pick a backup quarterback with my last pick, if I'm being honest. And I'm between two players, and I might be a martyr in this choice, but I kind of like picking Ezekiel Elliott right now because he had a reduced load. He had a bit of a reduced load last season. His receptions and snaps were down, and he might be a little bit more relied on in this offense. But considering how much running back starters are probably going to change throughout the season, I'm going to go with my sneaky pick of the draft. I'm going to pick Joshua Palmer, the Los Angeles Chargers.
So I'm not drafting a backup quarterback because I don't care enough. Like whatever. Week 5, there should still be a lot of quarterbacks available in free agency, and I can figure out what I'm going to do.
There's still a few people who got to take quarterbacks, Ben.
I don't care, bro. There's going to be some quarterback that's not drafted that does well.
Woo, Russell Wilson. Yeah.
So I'm just going to look. I have no idea who I'm picking. I'm just going to try and find a rookie that might pop off.
Jalen Polk.
Let me just go at running back.
Pass receivers, since
let
they
me just
have
find
none.
some random running back that might.
Trey Benson.
Abanaconda.
Trey Benson's still there. He's a rookie.
Blake Corum.
And Blake Corum, yeah.
Yeah, Trey Benson.
Zach Charbonnet.
Let's not. He's not a rookie.
Charbonnet. That's a good option.
He ain't that good.
If Kenneth Walker ever goes down,
he's going to take all of Kenneth Walker's receptions.
Yeah.
Well, Sean.
Yep, it's okay. So it's time for me to take defense. It's a little tough. It's
coming for that Giants defense.
Top. I'm looking at the top 4 in rankings. I feel like the 49ers is kind of fool's gold. They're usually pretty good, but I don't know if they're the best of these options. Ravens was probably be my second pick here. I do like what they got going, but here's the thing: the Steelers always have a great defense. I think that's going to continue this year. I think I'm going for consistency here. I looked at their schedule. It's compared to the other options, I think it's a bit more favorable. I'll go Steelers defense here.
Wow.
As my pick for defense.
All right. You like what you like.
That's a smart pick, though, I feel like.
All right. It is Gabe.
I'm doing the same thing. I'm looking at some schedules real quick because I think I know who I want, but I'm not 100% sure. Yeah, I like the Saints schedule. I'm just
all right.
Make it easy.
I wonder what defense Chris is gonna pick. I have no idea.
Defense wise, I'm actually glad that the Saints were just picked because I was hoping this defense would get picked, and I'm gonna be honest, this defense is boom or bust. I looked at their schedule and then I looked at their points last year. And it's either you get 30 points or you get -5 points. It's the Cowboys.
Oh. What defense am I going to pick, Ben, since you apparently know?
Philadelphia Eagles.
This guy, he thinks he's funny. All right.
Yeah, I dare you to pick the 49ers defense right now. Do it. Come on.
No, that's not going to happen.
Be the bigger man, Chris.
for some reason, like this defense is good. You know, they got some good players on it. But for some reason, they just always play so good, and it's got to be because of their quarterback leader. There's no other way around it. And I never understood it, but I'm going with the Chiefs.
Whoa.
I feel like they're gonna fall off this year defensively, but hey.
Believe what you want to believe. They always play good every year.
Like,
have
Chris Jones got
Spags,
his money. He doesn't need to play good anymore.
Yeah.
And they traded L'Jarius Sneed.
That's fine. They
Yeah.
got Trent McDuffie. He's an animal. James, it is back to you.
Yeah. I mean, just based off schedule alone, they do play some powerhouses. They got Niners, but that looks like it's week like 16 or a week 17. Playing the Bills late in the season, but in all honesty, it's a defense. I'm probably not even gonna. It's not even gonna last till then anyway. So just for their early schedule, I'm just gonna go with the Lions defense.
Nice. I was looking at them.
They had low fantasy
pick.
points last year. They ended up with 93.
Yeah, I mean, they play no one even worth noting in the first like 7 weeks. So
All right. It's fair.
The Rams.
irrelevant. I don't.
I
You
got
got
back-to-back
back-to-back picks
So
going into the last round.
Yeah. Obviously, I got to go kicker, tight end. So, in my opinion, I think the best. I think there's two guys left for kicker. I like Moody a lot. I think they're gonna put a lot of points up on the board. They're always going to be in that position for him to kick a field goal. But someone I like better, Tyler Bass. He just continues to put up numbers, and I think the way the Bills are gonna set out to be this year, I think they're gonna kick a lot of field goals. So I'm gonna take Bass, my kicker. And then with defense, I think the clear number two here are Niners and Ravens. I've always been a big Niners guy. Like when it comes to taking defense, they're usually the number one off the board besides Dallas, who someone took. So I'm gonna go with Niners here.
Fair. That is we're officially into the final round. James, your last
right.
pick.
All right. So my thought process for this pick is inevitably there's going to be an argument about this player in the league. He's going to play a random position in a random week and put up 30 points in my tight end slot. And I can't wait to be the center of that argument.
No way.
I just can't
Ban it.
wait.
Ban it.
So with my last pick, I will be drafting the Mormon monster, Taysom Hill.
No way. Ban it.
Here's all
He
my
won me,
kid. Here's all
he won
my
me a
kid.
championship 2
Yeah,
years ago.
I know he
so-
won you a championship.
Well,
That is a pick.
He beat someone to get
that's
there.
interesting. Oh wait, did you already have a kicker?
Yeah, I who'd I draft? Jake Elliott.
Oh, I see. I thought you were gonna take
Take
a
the
kicker.
snake.
That's why I queued up. That's why I queued up Moody and Younghoe Koo. But that makes my job / life a lot easier. Oh, Younghoe Koo. Why
Young
not?
way. Cool.
Why not?
All right.
I like the offense that
Um,
they got this year.
So the cool thing about drafting a guy like Nick Chubb who's hurt is basically when the draft ends, the draft doesn't really end for me because then I get first picks at free agency. And I look at who's on the board and I look at my team and I just need a backup quarterback. And my number one receiver is Amon-Ra St. Brown, so I might as well double up with my number one receiver just in case my quarterback ever gets hurt or when he
That's
goes on a
what you
bye
get,
with my number one
Ben.
receiver. So I get Jared Goff.
That's who you get, Ben. You said, "Oh, I'll wait for a quarterback."
Oh,
Who are you gonna
I'm
take
not.
now?
I'm not drafting a quarterback, brother.
Yes, you are.
Yeah,
That's
no,
my
I'm
last
picking.
pick.
I'm picking one on bye week 12. I'm playing
Not falling
Sean.
for
I'm
your
accepting. I'm
games.
accepting the fact that I'm gonna lose.
Dude, I
It's Daniel
Jalen Hurts
Jones
is bye
proven
week
it.
That's
5.
right.
Like Jalen Hurts is bye week 5. Like I'll find somebody by then. That's popping
That's
off.
true.
All right.
All right, last pick. Ben, you know what time it is?
Wait. Let me get to him. Hold on.
First, I'll give you your time.
Why is
I got
Tyler
him right here.
Lockett still there? What the?
It's time. This is his year. This is finally his year. It's been like
You are
3 years in a
not
row I've got
drafting
him.
him
I
with
got him
Tyler
starting his
Lockett.
rookie season.
Tyler Lockett and Mike Williams are both there, and there's no
Do it.
way you take him.
Do it.
I'm taking Wandale Robinson. Let's
go.
What are you doing?
Yo, Gabe finished third on the team in receiving yards, and he only played like 5 weeks or whatever, 6
I
weeks.
know.
What are you doing?
He's good.
He's gonna lead the league in
All right.
yards after
Wait, what team
Yes,
are we
sir.
talking
So
about right now?
And catches.
stupid.
And catches. He's gonna lead the league in catches.
Sean,
Talking about
and yeah.
it is time.
It's so nice
Sean,
having
for
other
you-
Giants fans. Let's go.
It is
yards.
time.
It's time
you
for
to
my
make your
last.
final pick.
It's time for my last
Good
pick.
weeks.
These have been two guys I've been flirting with for a while. I brought up Austin Eckler earlier. Candidate to get a lot of touchdowns. That's kind of what he's known for. I don't like. I don't know what he's going to do in that Commanders offense, and what he looked like last year is it's too concerning for me to pick him. So I'm going to pass on him. That being said, I see Christian Watson right there, and he's been inconsistent at times, but he's a candidate to just go off for a big game at any given time. I think he could be an interesting guy to I could throw into my flex spot if I had to.
Okay.
So he'll be the last member of my bench. Last pick.
Damn it.
Christian Watson.
That was my free agent pickup right there.
I think he's gonna be the number one on
All
the.
right. Let me talk about my boy who
You gonna
Could-
take him because his name's also Ben?
no, he could be the steal of the draft. And okay, you might call me crazy, but look at Washington's tight end room, dude.
They got Logan Thomas, bro. The former quarterback.
They do not have
Zach
Logan
Ertz.
Thomas
Oh,
anymore.
he's not there
Zach
anymore.
Ertz.
Oh, no.
Zach Ertz is
They
right
have
there,
Zach
bro.
Ertz,
Zach Ertz.
who is washed. I love him, but he's
Yo,
washed.
don't you ever disrespect Zach
have
Ertz
full
ever
turn-
again.
They have whatever. This guy is going to be their starting tight end week 1 as a rookie. He had 3 targets in the preseason, and look, he's going to be a starter. And rookie quarterbacks love their tight ends. It's
Okay.
proven. It's a fact in the league. And look, I mean, this guy might only play for me 1 game, but I think this guy has a ton of upside and could be a top 5 tight end in fantasy. Call me crazy, but I think it's possible.
Wow. Okay.
Clip
That
it.
is
Clip
funny.
it. He could. I truly
Jake
believe it.
will be clipping that.
I truly believe it. In my heart, I truly believe
Who's gonna
it.
be
Jake's
Mr. Irrelevant?
got a good amount of clips
Mr.
for
Irrelevant.
this episode. Patty, it is
Last
time for you to
pick.
end the draft.
We got 3 people on the mind, and they're not a quarterback. So
Tyler Lockett,
Blake
Mike
Corum.
Williams.
no, none of them. Blake Corum. The Rams rotate through running backs so often. So I mean,
And
why not
Williams
take
is
the
injury
backup to
prone.
Kyron? Then we have Trey Benson. I mean, there hasn't been a season in the past, well, throughout his entire career that James Conner hasn't missed time. So why not handcuff his backup? Or we could go Dalton Schultz, who had a great year last year. I don't know with a lot of the more target or receivers that they have, whether or not that'd be a good pick. So I'm just gonna play it safe, get a little handcuff going, and get Trey Benson.
Nice.
Guys, I got a question for everyone here. I got a real good question for everyone here. Without picking yourself, who's your pick to win this league?
Sean.
Sean.
Oh wow. A lot of confidence. Is that much confidence in me?
Yeah, no,
Your team.
Sean. I was
Alright.
gonna say
You
the same
sounded
thing.
I
very
gotta look.
sure
I gotta look
in
for
all
some
your
of these
picks.
teams first.
I was gonna say the same thing. I'm also picking Sean.
I like
I
Ben's
gotta,
team.
I gotta look at these teams. I'm entering
Thanks for the
Miller-
love, guys. I appreciate
For
it.
anyone wondering, by the way, my last pick of the draft, because I get to pick up a free agent because Nick Chubb is hurt. I'm handcuffing Kyron Williams and picking Blake Corum.
God damn it.
Straight betting against me.
Yep. Who picked Neighbors?
James.
Yeah.
He's just one of us.
Yeah, Preston. Who do you pick? Who do you think's gonna win the league?
I'm looking at all the teams. I do agree. I do think Sean has a lot of depth.
Wow.
Um,
Man,
hold on.
Everyone thinks Sean, man.
I guess that means I did a
Yeah,
good job.
no one likes my
Yeah.
Saquon AJ.
Nobody
duo.
does, bro.
No.
Nobody does.
Oh, yous are just salty because a good amount of yous are Eagles fans and one of them, and you're just salty, Jake, because you're a hater of the Eagles. But you know we're gonna crush you.
Isn't there a projection thing on here? Final standings projection. I guess that only goes by like the draft order, right?
Projected.
No,
playoff
no,
bracket.
does it? I
Yeah,
don't think so.
It does. It only goes by draft order, I think.
Wait, I played James week 1. Uh-oh. You better hope Brandon
Oh,
Ayuk's
that's a big
situation's figured out.
He's gonna be holding out.
You better
Yeah, Sean,
figure
you
that
better-
out.
You better hope that CD Lamb
But-
is,
no, but-
signs a contract.
Yeah,
Taysom Hill's gonna
I
use his
mean,
Mormon powers.
This is tough. This is tough.
Yeah, I'm gonna get cooked week 1, but like,
Well,
don't worry about it. My team has a ton of difficult matchups.
I just need CD to ride out that first part of the season at least.
Yep.
well, guys.
I don't think he'd hold out. Do you think he'll hold out?
No.
No. It's a
I don't
contract year.
know.
He'll lose so much money.
And
I
he'll
have
just
no
become an
idea.
irrelevant player afterwards.
What
like
I
Le'Veon
will
Bell.
say though is we will be discussing this all throughout our episodes that we keep doing between me, Jake, Ben, and Gabe. We'll keep bringing this league up little by little, throw the trades in there and all. I want to give a special thanks though to our 4 special guests who went out of their way to come and have a nice fantasy football episode with us. Maybe we'll have you guys back for next year. I enjoyed it. I
Thank
think
you
it was a
for
lot of
having
fun.
me.
So, no,
Thanks for
thanks for
having us,
having me.
man.
And we'll
appreciate it.
invite you guys
It's also
on
a lot of
to
fun.
see the updates throughout your teams as well.
Maybe even somebody could jump on as a special guest for one of the episodes. We'll see. We could definitely talk on it.
I'm down.
It'll
Yeah, I
it'll
just want
be
to
a
say
little
that
bit,
I'm
but we could
projected the
definitely
most
talk
points
on it.
week 1.
Ah, guess what I
and
got?
my
AJ and
defense,
Saquon.
and my,
You're the number one
and my
pick, though.
defense only has 3 points.
Yeah,
my
and
defense is
the
projected 4 points.
The presumed favorite is projected to have the fewest, so
That's
Wait,
crazy.
Sean's projected to have the fewest?
I believe
Really?
so. Why?
Whose team
What?
Heckered?
That's
Wait.
me.
I like
Hold
that.
on, what?
Yeah.
What?
That's my
Wait,
favorite.
hold on. I'm
It's
checking final
because
standings.
CD Lamb's out. That's why they're projecting.
I'm
him out
projected to be
Uh,
last in the standings.
Wait, where's
Wow. I'm so surprised, bro.
Wait,
Whoa.
What?
I don't even know how
Where's
to look
that?
at that.
I
Are they
love
giving
my
McLaurin any
team.
love?
Dude, I love my team. My team's great.
Oh, your team is Philly.
No, it's not. It's not just Philly. I love this team though. This is great. All right, whatever. That'll
Not
be
gonna lie,
it.
guys, my team's looking kind of crazy.
That'll
I
be
love
it for the episode though. So stay hyped, stay hungry, keep the frenzy alive, and we'll see you on the next one.